Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy.
Well, hello, everybody. Ha. Yeah, Sty Story Sunday. Hey. It's hard to believe. Winter's almost over, eh? Spring, please, please. Yes. I am looking forward to it. After today, you betcha. I'm ready for spring. I'm going to shout out the folks that have been over there in the chat. Chat was kind of busy this evening before the stream started. First person in was Kimberly Ferris. It is so good to see you, Kimberly. So good. And then there was Crazy Ann popping in. Hey there, Sty. Bunch of bears waving. Then who popped in here? Oh, Eileen was just right quick. Hi, Sty, sweetie. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Then we had, where am I? There we go. Mr. Fulton jumped in, yelling Mr. Fulton raid. Then we had Tim with Kirk Whipper, Voyager Center. Always great to see Tim show up. That's awesome. And Donald Morris. Yes. It's not a night without Donald Morris in the house, right? And who else we got here? And they were just chatting back and forth, that bunch. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, they all had something to say to each other. And then Kathy popped in. Hey, Kathy. Hey, sweetie. Good to see ya. And boy, let's see here. And boy, they just kept yak to each other. It's pretty good. I like that. I like that. I got a character down in the basement. He's trying to self-promote. We'll catch him in a minute. Then we got William Simpson. It's awesome. It's great to see you. I'm doing good tonight. I'm actually doing really good tonight. I'm feeling good tonight. Did I yell James out? I don't know if I did or didn't. Well, I'd shot him out again if I hadn't. There's James with Chasing the Reaper. It's great to see you, James. And then, well, now look at here. Now, how the heck do you say that? Lacus Mad Graves. Interesting. It's great to see you. Thanks for coming over. Thanks for being here. And there's Freeman James. Awesome, brother. It's great to see you, bud. And we got the Hunt for Heat. We've got Metal Music Maniac. Awesome. Yeah. Still think that Samantha's hotter than them wings. I think there's a few people that would kind of agree, but she's not as messy. And Eric Pollock. Awesome. Great to see ya. Oh, and there's Travis, Groovy Lava Squirrel. Boy, a lot of folks, and they're popping in the chat. You know, usually there's plenty of folks, but not a lot of folks speaking out in the chat. Oh, and there's one of our old favorites, of course, Dojo. Hey, it's great to see you, Dojo. Awesome. Well, I got to the bottom of the list, by golly. So I got some folks in the basement. Now, I'm not going to pull them up in the order they showed up like Phil does, you know. Well, because one person in the basement is a little more important than all of us right now in this moment of time. And one guy down there's like, yeah, it must be me. You know? Yeah, sorry, bud. It's Granny. Hey, Granny.
Oh my God, look at my face. It's black.
Oh, is it? Oh, look at you. Yeah, I know what you've been doing. Oh, that is I'm not ignoring you, buddy. Buddy Weiser. You just gotta have good timing so I see you, you know. I'm busy here chatting with Granny. Buddy can come in later. So you've been busy working.
Yeah, we had to start getting stuff out. I decided last night that, well, I'm really tired, so I need to go somewhere and I need to go to sleep. So so guess what happened? They went in there and they stole a bunch of my stuff.
Oh, the stinking street urchins got in there.
And not only did they do that, they trashed it. It was going to be easy for me to pick out my stuff and clean it up a little, get what I wanted. I could get to everything.
And they just made a mess.
Honey, they took my mattress and they pulled it up and put the bed slat under it and even took things out from under my mattress. They stole all my husband's tools.
Damn it. I wish I could be camping right there on that property.
You let them come tonight.
I
hope they get high and ain't got enough sense to know that I'm out here.
Yep. The old I caught you in the act. Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know where my wipes are.
Now this guy is going to tell you to watch out there. Don't you go getting in trouble. Look at this guy wearing his e-waste Mike.
Hey, that's
t-shirt.
The first time your hands have been cleaner than mine.
Yeah. He just took a shower.
Right. First time in 6 months. I got my E-Waste Mike shirt on because I'm badass. The E-Waste Mike, yay. This idiot, boo.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
What are you going to do?
Not a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, I'll sound big and tough because I'm up here in the top corner, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So
don't let that stuff on your hands too long, Granny.
Yeah. And then you got this guy.
Hey. I'm sitting there talking to Mike. Hey, Mike, you got your green screen going? Because the brick was showing in the middle of his logo. So he's got his green screen on, but he's got nothing behind him with the green screen because the brick was showing in the middle of your his logo.
Really?
Right. He's got no green.
You got a brick wall showing in the middle of that.
I don't see anything.
So your green screen must be on.
Didn't affect anything else. You don't have nothing blue. I think you got the blue screen on.
Shut up, bitch.
Bitch.
Well, that looks normal.
What's up, Nicholas Green?
Nicholas Green.
What's up, Harry?
The concert for today. Yeah, Fulton, I had to do some work, buddy. I'm sorry.
Geez, Nick, you come in here and you're saying hi. He says, hi, Kimberly. Then he says, hi, Ann. And it, yeah, come in and
turn it around.
Yeah.
Turn your shirt around.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
How is that on?
You got the blue screen on.
I have some bullshit. We're gonna fix that right now. That's hilarious.
Yeah, my hands were as dirty as Granny's about an hour and a half ago. Probably dirtier. My daughter come home and her brakes were grinding, and they were grinding bad. So that got them taken apart and had to replace the caliper too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know what you have.
Got a little dirty, got a little greasy, got a little oily.
How about the rotors? Trash.
The rotor was slight. There's only one little spot on there where it was starting to actually hit the metal, but it had been so long that it seized up the one caliper. So the rotors are very slightly grooved. They're not smooth.
Yeah, and with the miles you got on, is that your rig?
Well, it's hers. She's got a 2004 on Pilot.
Oh, really? Yeah,
it's in great shape for a 2004. But yeah,
and the thing is a couple little flaws in a rotor. Your shoes are going to set to those as long as better than 90% of the rotor's okay. You're okay.
Right. We're just gonna have to do the other side next weekend because it was getting dark by the time I got that one side. It was like Speed Racer, I got the brake pads off there and realized that the caliper wasn't gonna push back, and we both hopped in the car and ran up to AutoZone and got the stuff to fix it and got back. And so,
hey, Guane, good to see you.
About time you did something for somebody in your miserable life.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, we should point it out. It doesn't happen often, so when it does, we should really point that out. Phil did something good today. Whoa! Huge event. Christ. Flint, Michigan all drank tap water over that. It was so great. Yeah.
It'll probably be on the 11 o'clock news. I'll have to watch.
Yeah, it's the first thing they've had on the news around there in about 3 weeks. Yeah.
Any green on.
That's. I gotta stop. I shouldn't be picking on Phil so early.
Well, you can pick on me. Fuck you.
Fuck you too. Yeah. You're gonna pay hell trying to make me feel bad tonight. I'm one happy camper tonight. I had a good day. I had a damn good day. I went out this morning early, about 8 o'clock. It was 8, quarter after 8. And I thought, I'm just going to take some trash out to the trash bin. And I got out there and it was like 32 degrees. I said, it's nice out. So I went for about a 4-mile hike this morning. And by the time I got home, it was 45. And all that fresh air. And I looked at my place and I'm going, yeah, I still got those boxes I got to break down and get the hell out of here. All those Amazon boxes for the last 6 months. I broke them down. I counted them. 31 freaking Amazon boxes. And every one of those, they send you one little thing in a great big box. You're doing pretty good there. What's that? You could use them?
I could use them boxes. You should have sent them to me.
I wish the hell there was a good way that I could have. I helped a gal out. This quite a few years ago, but I helped a gal out once when I was really into eBay. I was buying and selling shit on eBay, just constant. I did about $18,000 in just purchase transactions. And this gal, I was breaking all those boxes down I was getting from eBay and getting rid of them. And then this gal got a hold of me. She says, God, I know you do all that eBay shit. She said, I need boxes. And I said, how big? And she told me. And I thought, well, that's pretty slick. All the boxes you wanted were those medium sized coastal boxes. And I said, well, medium-sized postal boxes, I'll take care of that. Shit, at that time, I don't know if you can still do it. I just got a hold of the post office and I said, I need 40 medium-sized postal boxes. And the postman brought them to me. No charge.
Yeah, they're free.
They're free. He brought me 4 bundles. Each bundle had 10 boxes. I showed up at that gal's house with those 4 bundles of boxes, and I said, there you go. And she was moving, and she said, where the hell did you get all those boxes? I said, just if you ever need any more, just let me know. It's a secret. So the Postal Service helped her move. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, when I order them online, and they bring them right to the truck in bundles.
Yeah, they bring them right to you. That's I thought that was just slick. Travis and Micah today eating them damn water bugs.
Yeah, did you see that?
Oh, I mean, I watched the whole damn thing. You know,
I won't have it running.
I tell you, I love you guys. I love you guys, but really now, come on.
No,
I mean,
sure.
If there wasn't a YouTube, would you ever really eat one of them suckers? No, I don't believe it. It's only because there's YouTube that you even eat something like that. Look out, they're backing up.
I was talking to somebody. Somebody pulled up alongside of her. Trying to see if it might be the Poco. Maybe the strip searcher.
Thanks.
I do not need to eat one. Even if I needed to eat one, I still wouldn't want to. I ain't eating one of them things. Ain't happening. But anyway, so I get all those boxes broke down, and I got them the hell out of here. I've got a.
Okay.
It's a bar height dining room table, little table with 2 chairs, 2 bar height chairs. I can use it. I can't believe it. I can actually get to it and use it. My apartment seems twice as large right now. Well, all that ambition, hiking and breaking all them boxes, I kept going. Jesus Christ. I did my kitchen spotless. Went from the kitchen, started packing up all my summer camping gear. I had 6 backpacks sitting out here, and each backpack's got a certain type of gear going in it. Got that shit all done. Those backpacks are all lined up in the other room. And then I decided this afternoon maybe I should take a shower once a week, you know. So jumped in the shower, and that's why old Fuzzbeard right now. It's just, it kind of went poof. It was really bad earlier. A little bit of beard oil settled it down a bit. But then when I set the stream up, first person in the basement's Mike. And I told him, before I even got a word out, he says, yeah, I took a shower. And I go, oh, geez. Holy
you guys shower together?
No, he said, he implied that I stunk, and I said, no, because I just took a shower.
It was a video shower.
I see how it is.
That's why I looked so bad, because he wouldn't let me take a shower too. He said, get out of here. No, we're taking one.
Hey, I would have never done that. I would have kicked Mike out. Yeah.
Hey, Scotty Daniel.
Kathleen and Scotty Daniel. AGP Garden Machines, awesome. It's great to see all you folks. It's great. We got 41 in the house right now. Everybody's looking for something to do on a Sunday evening. They come over here to hear a Sty Story, and I got kind of a surprise after the Sty Story. We're going to have some fun. I got a couple of things from 2 different individuals that I'm going to show all of you, and I'm going to sample one of those things tonight. We'll have some fun after the Sty Story.
Would your insure shipment come in? They have new flavor?
The what?
Your insure shipment come in?
Oh, shut up.
Scotty, I'm sending you a sticker out tomorrow, buddy.
You know, My doctor, there was a spell there where she thought, yeah, I should be taking multivitamins and blah, 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 blah. And she said, if you're not going to do that, she says you should drink that Ensure that's for diabetics. And I said, I'll give it a try. I went to Walmart, I looked at that shit, and I go, holy God, just one case of 12 cost me what I spend a month on groceries. Bullshit.
Yep.
The only thing that would ensure is that I wouldn't be able to afford to eat anything, just drink Ensure,
Yeah, my dad used to get cases of that stuff, and when he died, we threw it all away.
Hi, Lizzie Ann. Yeah, who the hell would want to drink that shit? Somebody I know that drinks that shit, they said, oh, try this one. It's the strawberry. You'll love it. I took one sip of that stuff, and I said, bullshit, I can't drink that crap. No. Who
wants to drink a milkshake for a fucking meal?
Well, and such a small little fucker, too. Right. They're not big.
Yeah.
I mean, I want volume, man.
Yeah, that's going to fill you up for about 10 seconds. All right, now what do I get to eat?
And it's not a milkshake if the son of a bitch doesn't have ice cream in it. Mm-hmm. I mean, and then
rice, though.
And then I thought today, hey, this is cool. I get to watch Mike. He's working out in the yard, so I'm watching E-Waste Mike's video he put up today. And what's he do? 2/3 of the way through there, he's in his frickin' freezer, digging for ice cream. Then he's walking around, showing it off, eating that son of a bitch. And I thought, see, that son of a bitch knows I watch his videos. He knows it. So I left a comment this time, and I never leave a comment, and I just put F your schwans on there.
Yep. Hey, Gypsy, my email's in my about section. Shoot me an email, but I haven't said none for you, Sty. I put your name in there. That'll be
where?
In my video, I put none for Sty either.
Well, yeah, you said you told folks, to come and watch. Yeah, I saw that. Heard that because I kind of quit watching because I didn't want to see that damn ice cream anymore.
Oh, it was freaking good too. But you know what? I found another good thing that Schwann's truck has. Corn dogs.
Oh, they're corn dogs?
Oh my God.
Yeah, their corn dogs they kick ass.
Yep.
They kick ass. They're not your frozen state fair corn dogs. No. They are much better. Yeah. Yeah. We're talking about food, and we're going to talk about food after the Sty story. Yeah. And I tell you what, this is an endurance challenge for me. When you see what I got to show you after the story, you're going to say, can he make it? What, dear?
He's on the phone.
He was trying to get muted.
I thought maybe she was talking to us, telling us to shut the fuck up.
Probably was.
She was. Shut up, I'm on the phone, Sty.
Shut up, I'm on the phone. That old fucker across the room won't shut up, and I'm trying to talk on the phone.
I found the monthly
Lizzie Ann.
Too.
You found what?
The monthly thing for StreamYards instead of having to pay a year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
So I upped it up for a year or for a month. I've been doing too much live streaming lately.
Yeah, you have eaten up your allowance.
Well, it renewed. It already renewed. I think on the 5th or something.
Hey, Ralph, good to see you.
Pork butts on a stick, like they do at Harry. You ain't right.
Never was a big corn dog person.
I ain't sending Ralph shit. Ralph can kiss my ass.
Oh, man. I don't know why, because they'd be the same damn corn dogs at any state fair, I would think. But the Minnesota State Fair, man, they had the best freaking corn dogs. And I'll never forget that one year when they come out with the foot-long corn dog. And they weren't the skinny foot-longs. They were nice, thick, heavy, meaty, foot-long corn dogs, man.
Well, now, that was an interesting description.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Sounds like the first time you described something like that.
Hey.
Got you all excited.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what, wearing your shirt backwards is really uncomfortable.
Hey, that's your fault.
No, it's your fault. You don't know how to design a shirt, nitwit.
I'll fix that. I told you that in the basement that I'm gonna have to get my merch with that on the front of the t-shirt. Yeah.
I'm gonna send Granny a E-Waste Mike pillow, a E-Waste Mike shirt, E-Waste Mike mask.
Well, I sent her a Sty North blanket.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I made it.
I sent her some work gloves so she don't have black hands no more. They won't be there till Tuesday. So,
see, that's the thing is that blanket I sent her is black, so she doesn't have to worry about it showing any dirt right now. Scrapping together. Yeah. Pulled pork barbecue. Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Hey, King Vapes.
I had homemade chili.
God damn it.
Homemade chili would be good too.
Yeah, it
damn, it's all sounding good.
Oh, and I had a Schwann's ice cream. Watch my video. It was it.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was great.
Yeah, tonight after this stream, I've got some homemade mac and cheese I never got to eat, and I made it. Yeah, day before yesterday, and I'll heat that up, and that's what I'm going to eat, smothered in hot salsa and a little dab of sour cream. It's packed full of jalapeno sausages, diced sausages, that mac and cheese. I love putting my jalapeno sausages in my mac and cheese.
I don't know. Send me an email.
We're not sending Granny anything yet. Jack's grandma, best thing you could do right now, because she doesn't have any place to put anything, best thing you can do right now is donate to the GoFundMe that Eileen Ballou has up there.
Yeah, and if you have anything in a physical sense to send to her, ship to her, after she gets settled and she has somewhere to keep those things, if you just want to set it aside and hang on to it until she gives the okay that she can receive packages.
Then she's gonna get bombarded.
Well, and that's it. Is she'll have to show up with the back of the Jeep empty to haul that shit.
Maybe they'll have the van fixed by then.
Yeah. Never know. Yeah. Kathleen is, she is a great supporter. She's been there for Nicholas Green from day one. She's awesome. She's awesome. Just so everybody knows, at the top of the chat is the link to Get Her Done Granny's GoFundMe. So if you want to show any support tonight, go up to that link and jump over to her GoFundMe and give her the support you can.
I don't see it at the top of the chat, so I don't know where it's at.
You don't see the pinned comment? What did you do? Remove it? Because people do that. They go up there.
I'm not on the YouTube set.
Oh, see, that's the problem. Pop out the YouTube chat, dummy.
You want a Ritz cracker with some cream cheese on it?
Yeah, I want it shoved up your ass, please.
You want one or not?
Wow.
I want it shoved up your butt.
Fuck you,
goddamn offering me frickin' booty knows I can't get my hands
really
on.
That's
really
good.
He's terrible. Taking a quick look at the chat, making sure that everything's in order.
Copacetic.
Man, I had that stream last night and I couldn't get Nicholas Green to shut the hell up.
Yeah. No shit. Hey, buddy.
Over the whole stream, so I just had him highlighted and I left him highlighted, so I was done. I love Nick. Nick's awesome. I didn't care.
Goddamn Nick. And he knows too that after a stream, if I've got him on panel, after a stream, I guarantee you, it's never been less than an hour. It's typically 3 hours. It's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I'm going, Nick, you gotta shut up, boy. I gotta get some sleep tonight. And he'd go, yeah, okay, but one more thing. And he'll do that shit for hours on end. And and I like talking with him so much that it's hard for me to. Now I've gotten to the point where I'm not going to be so nice anymore, and he knows it. So he'll go, okay, we better call it a night. And he'll go 3, 2, 1, and then he just sits there with that goofy look on his face. And I'm going, aren't you going to leave? You counted it down. And he goes, well, I thought you were going to leave. It's my goddamn channel, my stream, I want you gone. Then I'll shut down StreamYard.
I see.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, and he sits there again.
He's lurking.
Yeah, he's there.
Well,
He's
he's
always lurking.
But we don't care.
We don't care. No, we don't.
Yeah, I didn't care because he was showing his silver and all those little fossils and all that. It was actually cool shit.
Yeah.
Personally, I didn't give a flying fuck, but I just let him go on.
Yeah, I watched and I thought, boy, Nicholas got kind of a captive audience here, and he's showing all of the stuff that he's found and collected, and I thought that's cool. Yeah. See, I've seen the majority of that stuff off the live, Right. so that was kind of cool that he did it during a live and that you let him go run with it.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean,
yeah,
I don't care. It's either let him do that or I had to freaking talk to the other idiots that were up there, and I didn't really feel like doing that, so I have that.
The Buddy Weiser. Yeah.
I told Granny today I looked at her channel and she's like 1900 subs.
Yep.
A little bit over. And I hit 1800, so I told her, I said, all right, the race is on, old lady.
The race is on.
Uh-huh.
Hang on. Here we go.
Yep.
Okay. It's story time, guys. I'm going to just move you to the side here. Here you are. Let's get the story done and out of the way. Tonight's story, Alaska Pete. We've all had characters in our lives, and some of those characters really stand out, where you figure, I guess I'll never forget them characters. Well, Alaska Pete was that kind of character. We lived in northwestern Montana for a little about 4.5 years. And our first winter out there was kind of a tough one because we weren't familiar with Montana, weren't familiar with the weather patterns, but I loved the outdoors so much. Now, mind you, I was in my mid-20s at the time. I went outdoors whenever I could. Well, that first winter, I kept my family fed on venison and elk. And we ate nothing but wild game that winter. And I went everywhere to hunt. I mean, it's a little known statute at the time. I don't know if they've probably repealed that law by now, because I kind of set a bad example, that you're allowed to hunt wild game and fish for sustenance as long as you're not accepting any form of federal or state assistance, any kind of aid. You're allowed to hunt and fish for your own sustenance. So that's what I figured I'd do, because I wasn't accepting any kind of aid or anything from the government. So I'd go out with a family of 6. You eat up a whole deer in about 3.5 weeks. So I was shooting a deer almost every week. And we ate venison all the time. That's all we ate. And that was our replacement for beef, right? got a bear too. That was a replacement for pork. But it only took one bear. Didn't eat a lot of bear meat. But I heard that there was this cedar grove, and it's the middle of the winter, right? This is like middle of January. And that there's this cedar grove up the Bow River. And this guy put me on to right where it would be. And he says, man, do the deer herd up under those cedars in the winter. They hang out underneath those cedars. He says, you can walk in there and just take your pick. He says, you walk in there every couple of days and drop a deer in there, and they won't even notice deer missing out of that herd. I thought, yeah, he's probably full of shit, but maybe I can get a deer in there. And he told me where to park and how to hike off into this grove of cedars. Now, this is pretty much so Montana backcountry. So I hike in there, snowshoed in actually, and I thought this is going to be a real chore. I drop a deer in here. It's going to be fun dragging that puppy out of here. I was prepared, though. I had a couple of big 50-gallon heavy mill garbage bags, and you shoot a deer in the winter, all you do is you punch a hole in the bottom of that bag and pull it over the deer so just its head's sticking out. You tie a rope around its neck and around its muzzle, and you just pull it out like a toboggan. They slide really good. So I'm all set. I get out there, and I could see those deer off in the distance underneath this grove of cedars. And I'm not kidding. There had to have been 150, 200 deer in there. It's just full of them. Well, I had just the perfect rifle to take a deer from long distance. So I got myself close in without spooking the deer. Got set up, picked the one I wanted, and kapow, the deer dropped. I'm thrilled. This is sweet. You know, all those deer did was kind of, when I hiked, they didn't move when that one dropped. They just looked around and went back to nibbling on little brush and stuff around the cedar grove. When I hiked in there, they just kind of moved away from me a ways. They let me field, I drug that deer out and then field dress it outside of the grove. And they just worked their way back where that deer used to be. And they didn't care I was there. For some reason, they could not figure out that I was there for them. Well, I'm so proud. I got that deer in that bag, and I'm starting to hike out of the woods. I'm going to head back to my truck. Family's eating fresh venison tonight. We're having backstraps. All of a sudden, I heard, just like in the movie Jeremiah Johnson, except it wasn't, that's far enough, Pilgrim. It was, that's far enough, asshole. And it didn't sound friendly. Here I am, frozen my tracks with this fresh kill behind me, backpack on, rifle over my shoulder, no firearm in my hands, and somebody's calling me an asshole and telling me that's far enough. I'm thinking, well, hopefully he's not so mean that he's going to just shoot and then try to ask me questions afterwards. I looked off into the tree line, and here comes this guy out of the tree line, and that son of a bitch looked just like Paul Bunyan. I mean, he's a great big son of a bitch. He's 4'4", huge man. And he's wearing this bright red flannel shirt and these wool pants. And he looked just like a big-ass lumberjack. And he's on snowshoes, and he comes up to me. And he goes, I'm going to ask you a few questions. And he says, you don't carry a conversation with me. You just answer the questions. I thought, okie dokie, we'll see where this goes. And he says, first of all, he says, I want to know who you are. And I told him. And he goes, where do you live? And I told him. And he goes, And why are you shooting my deer? Okay. I said, first of all, I didn't know they were your deer because I didn't think anybody owned their own deer out here. You know, I didn't. And he goes, well, they're on my property. So why were you on my property? I said, to shoot that deer. And I said, I didn't know this. Look, I'm looking around. I said, you know, look at this. I didn't see any no trespassing signs or nothing. He goes, why should I have to put no trespassing signs on my own property? He says, it's your responsibility to know where the hell you are, not my responsibility to teach you where you are. And I go, you're probably right. I said, but I guess the only thing I can say is, I'm sorry. And do you want to keep the deer? He goes, I ought to keep the deer, your gun, that backpack, your snowshoes. I ought to keep it all. I said, well, then we're going to have a problem. And he said, I just want to make it perfectly clear to you, you don't come back on this property unless you have my permission. Well, then I realized I don't even know who you are. So I said, can I ask you a question? And he goes, I'll give you one. And I said, who are you? Big ass grin on his face. Now you got to picture this guy. This guy had a beard bigger than what I sport. His beard was big. A full head of wavy hair. As ginger as you get. The brightest frickin' red you ever saw. It matched his hair and his beard, matched his damn shirt. And he's got this big ear-to-ear grin. And he goes, I'm Alaska Pete. Oh, hey, Emmanuel Miller. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. But that really supports the channel. But don't you folks forget about Get Her Done Granny. The link is there. I see that Eileen's getting it out in the chat. If you want to help out, please help Get Her Done Granny out, please. I appreciate it. I truly do, Emmanuel. I'm not trying to minimize it, but we really want to see Granny helped out, okay? So Alaska Petey is. And I said, well, that's kind of a different name. And he says, what's so different about it? I said, we're in Montana. And you're in Alaska, Pete? And he goes, you know, you seem a little bit cocky. He says, I'll tell you what. He says, you drag that damn deer out of here and you get it in your vehicle. You take that son of a bitch home. And tomorrow, he says, at noon, 12 o'clock noon, he says, when you leave here, he says, you're heading south, right? I said, yeah. He says, as you head south, you're going to see a gate, big metal gate. And he says, and you can see that the road at that gate is plowed and it's one vehicle wide going down into the woods. He says, you come to that gate at noon tomorrow, come through the gate, make sure to close it behind yourself. And he says, you just drive to the end of that and then knock on my cabin door and we're going to have a talk. Well, I was nervous for the next 24 hours, man. I got to go see this Alaska Pete. And if I don't show up, is he going to show up in town looking for my ass? And yep, guy didn't show up. I'm going to teach him a lesson kind of thing. Well, the next day I went to Alaska Pete's cottage, what he called his cottage. And it was out of an outdoorsman's dream. That damn cottage, logs that big around. I mean, they were a full 24-inch log. All red cedar log cabin. All hand-hewn logs. They weren't all uniform, perfect logs. You could tell they were all hand-peeled. They were all hand-chopped and stacked. And the cottage, I knocked on the door and he says, come on in. Come on in. I walked in. Place was nice and warm. It was only about maybe in the low 20s outside. Walked in and the place is cozy, warm, and I'm looking around. I couldn't believe it. He's got bear hides hanging on the walls. He's got bearskin rugs. He's got a full cougar hide on the wall, and all these furs and pelts and stuff. And it's one big ass room. It's got an old cast iron cook stove against the wall, and he had actual oak barrels, like 4 of them, near the cook stove. That's where he kept all of his dry food stuffs, is in those barrels and stuff. He's yakking away at me, and I'm not hearing a word. I'm just looking at this cabin going, this shit's right out of some mountain man movie. Finally, I realized I'm being rude. I'm not. I told him flat out. I said, I'm sorry, but I didn't hear a word you said. This place is fucking amazing. I said, what's going on here? I said, so you live this way all year in this neat ass cabin, huh? And it's, open vault ceiling. And in the one corner of the room is a handmade cedar 4-post bed. Big son of a bitch, too. Big, looked like a California king, And he says, oh no. He says, I'm a snowbird. I go, then what are you doing here in January? He goes, well, yeah, I snowbird here for the winter. I go, you do what? He says, well, I'm from Alaska. I'm not staying up in Alaska in the damn winter. I said, so you come to northwestern Montana for your winters? Oh, yeah, they're so mild, he said. He says, I just love Montana for the winter. He says, it feels a lot like at home, just not as damn cold. I go, you're one goofy fucker. Snowbirds, they head to Texas, Brownsville, or they head down to Miami or Tampa. They don't go to northwestern Montana for the winter. He goes, oh, if you're from Alaska, you can appreciate a good Montana mild winter. I said, God, just a couple weeks ago, we had 20 below for 5 days in a row. And he goes, yeah, at least it's not 20 below for 4 frickin' months. I go, you gotta be kidding. Come to find out, he's northeast of Fairbanks, Alaska, is where his true home is. And he's got a lot of mining claims. And what he does is he mines all summer long up there. He's just searching for gold all summer. Winter sets in, he heads for northwestern Montana, and he thinks that's just balmy, nice, beautiful weather. And I asked him, I said, how the hell do you survive out here all winter? He says, oh, I make enough every year prospecting that I can afford the place in Fairbanks and this place. And I told him, I said, well, I want to say I'm sorry. I trespassed on your property and took that deer. And he goes, no, I kind of like you. Kind of like me. He says, I'm going to give you permission to go ahead. You can use all the property that you want here. You hunt, fish in the river, do whatever you want. He says, just don't start a damn forest fire and burn my cabin down. He says, in fact, I would even appreciate it if you come around during the summer when I'm in Alaska, just kind of keep an eye on the place. He says, I've had guys try breaking into it, and he said that they usually end up giving up. He showed me later why. 6 of the heaviest hasps you ever saw on a door. That damn door was 4 inches thick. He used oak 4x4s, and he banded them all together with 1/4-inch steel bands with big lag bolts through them. And he put 6 of these heavy hasps, and they had the biggest, nastiest hardened steel locks you ever saw on them. He says, Yeah, they work on it for an hour or two and then they give up. He says they can't get in the cabin. He says they can if they got enough patience, but he says I have a couple people that, they kind of keep an eye on the boat. And he says, I'd like you to do that for me too. I said, I can do that in exchange to use your property. I said, how much is your property? What are the boundaries? He goes, well, it's one full section. I go, it's a full section. He goes, yeah. He says, it's 1 mile square. He says, I own a mile square of property. Okay. So I didn't have to think. If I hunted anywhere or fished anywhere else, it was by choice because that was a gold mine for hunting and fishing. I get into town and I'm sitting in a local restaurant with a bunch of the locals and we're having coffee, just BSing. And I decided I'm going to ask. I go, any of you guys know Alaska Pete? They all looked at me with the coldest looks you ever saw. And they said, stay away from that goofy fucker, boy. You don't want to be anywhere near that guy. And I go, why? And they said, we don't know nothing about him. Just that he's Alaska Pete. We found that out from the postmaster. And the postmaster said he can't justify giving us his real name because Alaska Pete don't want to be called nothing except Alaska Pete. And I said, you guys seem scared to death of this guy. Oh, he's got to be a serial killer or something. He lives in that cabin up there all alone all winter. You only see him. He comes to town, goes to the general store, gets stuff. And he never comes in the restaurant. He'll go to the post office and then he's gone again. And we don't see him. He comes to town, gets gas, gone again. He doesn't have anything to do with anybody local. And I said, well, him and I are kind of buddies now. Holy shit. 2 of the guys said, you can find a different table to sit at. I go, what? And they said, that guy is scary as hell. They said, look at him. He's 300 pounds, 6'4". He's a beast, a monster. He's got all that big hairy face and that wild, wavy red hair. And he looks like a damn animal. And in the middle of the winter, you never see him wearing a coat. There's something strange about that guy. And the more I thought about it, I thought, no, that guy's got it right. All of these judgmental characters in the world that decided for themselves what Alaska Pete's all about, when in fact, Alaska Pete was a perfectly nice person, nice guy, had lots of morals, just want to be left alone. That's all. Great big old beast of a guy. And all he wanted was just leave me alone. That's all. I just want you to leave me alone. And he was a firm believer in I'll pick my friends. Other people don't pick them for me. He says, I don't need to be everybody's friend. I respect everybody, but only a few can be my friends. And old Alaska Pete. And right now, Alaska Pete would be about 80 years old. And I wonder often, is that old boy, I would not be surprised if that old boy isn't still up there panning gold every summer and coming back to northwestern Montana to his cabin every winter. I told him, I said, it don't matter how old you ever get, Pete, you're going to last forever. You're a legend, especially in the community we were in there. So crazy old Alaska Pete. Scared the hell out of me the first time I met him, but found out, yeah, real people, a real person. Awesome man, awesome man. So there you go. You got to meet Alaska Pete tonight. Okay.
I nodded off. Can you start that over? Sorry.
Sounds like
think
I'd like to know.
I heard something about gold. That's all I heard.
I think I need to introduce you to the man I was talking about. Let him tell you the story.
Hey, we both like bulbs. We might get along.
Hey, what?
You
might-
probably would.
The
You
hell is
probably would.
Yeah, that paper cutter.
Granny's cutting fingers.
Yeah, she got one of them big old paper cutters.
Be careful there.
Those things are handy, man.
Told you I had one of them somewhere.
They're great. They're great. I used to have an old one from the school. They got rid of a bunch of old equipment. And I'd take that out to camp and I used it for cutting kindling.
Yep,
You know,
those were
gather up a bunch.
I got one of them somewhere, the old wooden one.
Yeah, it was the old wooden board. And I'd take that to camp and I'd set it on the picnic table and you just drag a bunch of branches and chop, 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 chop. It didn't take long. You had a big pile of kindling. Yeah.
Big pile of shit is sitting right under you.
Oh, Jesus. All right. We know we're back to the regular part of the stream now.
That's the best Mike. Yeah, that's the best Mike's got. Mike can't come up with anything any better than that. So his weak ass game.
You're welcome, everybody out there. Thanks, Ralph. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this story. Yeah, Buddy Weiser says, I bet Alaska Pete reads Dr. Seuss. What the hell were they called? The original readers for kids in school? McGuffey readers. Anybody know what those are?
I think I've heard of them.
McGuffey readers back in I think they started showing up in the 40s, early 40s, late 30s, and they were used in the schools right up till the 60s, and they were called McGuffey readers. And that what they did was they taught you proper English and how to read and blah, blah, blah. He had a full set of McGuffey readers in his cabin. I saw those right away because I had 2 sets of them because we homeschooled our kids. And our curriculum was based on a curriculum from 1967. And in fact, I saw McGuffey readers sitting there on his bookshelf. I go, what in the hell are you doing with a set of McGuffey readers? He says, oh, they keep you kind of fresh on proper reading and speaking and sentence structure. I go, okay. Here's this. Yeah, he was in his later 30s at the time. I thought, oh yeah, okay. This old guy is sitting here reading those kids' books. Yep. And so I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't have a few Dr. Seuss around. Yeah. We used to have all the Dr. Seuss books, all of them. Our kids, that was part of their curriculum also, was, they'd have to read a Dr. Seuss book and then write a little essay on what they thought of that particular Dr. Seuss. And that's, yeah. See Dick run, see Jane run. Yeah. See Spot. See Spot run after Jane. See Spot's Dick. No. Oh yeah. I always didn't like
What book were you reading?
I never liked those books because I'd get them all mixed up. Look, Jane has a dick. I mean, what the hell? Well, you're not supposed to read out of those books at the same time. Yeah. Jack and Jill ran up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jill fell down. Jack pounded ground. And the pail came spilling after. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I bet you aren't.
That was just my reminder that I put a soda in the freezer so it don't freeze.
Spicy. Yeah, you're sitting there acting like what I'm saying is disgusting. You put out there in the chat.
What?
If your dick is running, see the doctor.
That's right. It's good advice.
Don't forget your protection.
Well, if you have protection, your dick won't be running.
That's right.
Oh my
I used
God.
to I used to like all those childhood
Just saying.
rhymes and that, you know, like little Jack Horner sat in the corner drinking his Christmas beer. He stuck in his thumb, pulled out a plum and said, "What in the fuck is that doing in here?"
Why was his name Little Jack Horner?
I don't know. I don't know.
What the hell? Never mind. Sorry.
Rookie, scrub, dumbass.
Shut up, Mike.
That wasn't me. That was Granny.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was me.
Me. Booty call.
Mhm.
Booty call. I would definitely bring protection.
That was the one I was looking for.
I can't hear. Grace, I lost my ears.
Oh no.
Not relevant anymore now.
They are now, Buddy Wiser. They didn't last night.
Yeah, a little too late for that shit now.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all right. They just give me a good kick in the ass and got me going. They ain't gonna get everything.
What I can't stand is bad enough they're stealing from somebody, but then when they trash the place, you know. But,
I mean, it's not like it wasn't trash anyway, but everything was in its place.
well, that's it. Is you know where things would be.
They took every bit of the change we had everywhere. It was like, good God, guys, come on, my house just freaking burned down. What the hell is your problem?
Right. That's ridiculous.
They need drug money.
Well,
And really, any of the merchandise you got in your place,
there's
can't
only
get
one
nothing for it.
There's only one pawn shop in town where they can take this stuff. I will be there in the morning somewhere inconspicuously parked, and I will be watching for my impact wrench. I know the case. I know what it looks like. And if they've got my impact wrench, I'm calling the law. And before the law even gets it up there, I'm going to go to them. I'm going to say, you give me my mother effing impact wrench, or I'm going to kick your mother effing ass.
Going to use it on you. It's going to be quite the impact.
That's what I use to get these tires off these damn vans with. And that thing cost over $100. And I'm going to get that back. If they walk by me with it, their asses had it.
Thank you, Buddy Wiser.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, you.
Buddy. I mean, you know, man, yes, that is disgusting, Carpy Chris. That's totally disgusting.
Yeah.
Still up in an old elderly woman on a fixed income. They won't see old elderly up their ass.
That's it. That's probably the worst person they want to be doing that to. You know, we get to a certain age, we don't give a shit anymore. You ain't fucking me up. I'm not going to let you fuck me up anymore. And that was one thing out in Montana. We had our cabin had been basically raided by some punks.
Yep.
And they destroyed everything. Everything. I got a Sty story for that, so I won't go into detail on it. But yeah.
What's really bad? Our neighbor saw somebody up on the bank right behind the house going through a bag with a flashlight, and he didn't call the law.
Oh shit. That's something you don't like hearing after the fact. Someone saying, "Oh yeah, I saw somebody over there doing this and this." Well, did you call the cops? Well, no. Well, thanks a lot, ass.
Right.
Yeah, and my work tools are still in my van, so I wasn't going nowhere tonight. I'm staying here tonight. We're going to get that house emptied, and I'm going to get my van emptied, and then I'm going to set them a few little traps. Let them go in there. They're going to be coming out there with so many holes in their feet, they ain't going to be able to walk.
There you go.
You need to refresh that, Phil.
You must have just done something because I just got it.
Okay. It's a lot more than that. Not much more.
Them pallet boards got a lot of nails in them. And all them clothes they throw in the floor, I can just set them pallet boards right under them clothes.
Okay.
All I need to do is leave an edge sticking out, and I'll know where the board's at.
Hello, Travis.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, Travis.
Hey, Granny.
Your
Yeah.
new nickname is now Bug. We're just gonna call you Bug.
Hey, Bug. How's it going, Bugs?
There's so many more bugs we have to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, those were crunchy, that's for sure.
It was more a mental game than it was flavor, but I can tell you right now the flavor was not good.
I bet.
No
Yeah.
yakking, huh?
The last bite, with the head and everything, it almost came back.
Yeah, when you guys got into the body and then the head, I'm like, oh yeah, that's where the chewy shit is there, boy. That's that's the big part of the bug.
It was rough.
Yeah, I give you credit for doing it, but fuck, I wouldn't do it. $1,000 maybe, but nah.
For free.
Yeah.
Just to have fun and say we did it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, being that you guys got to eat bugs, this is part of tonight's stream. My sweetie, Crazy Ann, she sent me a package.
Bugs?
Not of bugs. And it was a pretty good sized box. And I was surprised. I thought, what the hell did she send me? Because she didn't give me a clue at all. Well, I opened that big box, and there was another box inside of it. Plus, this was in there loose.
The Kit
The
Kat.
wrong color. It's blue. So you're not going to see it because I got blue screen. It's a Kit Kat, right? This was in there all by itself with that other box. And the only thing in English on here is the Kit Kat,
Good night, Carpy.
Nestle's, and ocean salt is what it says. Everything else is Japanese. So I think I'll eat that thing tonight. But first, the box inside the box. This great big old box. And this is another one that, well, this is worse than the Kit Kat. There's no English on this. None. There's none. I can't find anything recognizable on it. I'm not going to try to pronounce, well, I can't pronounce hieroglyphics anyway. So I opened this box up to see what the heck is it, because it's not giving me any clues, right? So I open it up, and what's in here?
Should probably make
No, I
yourself-
cannot read or speak Japanese, but it's got a picture of a rabbit. It's got a picture of
A rabbit. Hello, please.
It's the rabbit's balls. There's two little soft white balls in here.
Hey, Rocky, what me pull a rabbit out of my hat?
By the balls. It's two rabbit balls in this little packet. Now, this box is packed full of these damn things. Nothing's in English, so I'd have to count every one of them. But there's tons of them, all kinds of them. So Hi, Shane. I'm gonna have to open a pack.
Well, pull yourself up. Let us see.
You want me to make it large there?
Yep.
Oh no, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. There we go. So there we are. There's 2 balls in there. Now these aren't Cindy's balls. They look like they're the Easter Bunny's balls. I saw that and I thought, a whole box full of these damn things? And there's sets of 2, all of them. Oh, there's a lot of hurting bunnies in Japan, man. Now to get this damn thing open. What? Whose comment?
Crazy.
I thought you needed some balls your ex-wife sold you. Thanks, Aunt. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Here we go. Yep. There they are. There. I'll take one. Oh, my God. Take one out. Look at this thing. A rabbit ball.
Is that a marshmallow?
It's cushy.
Cushy.
I hope it's marshmallow. Here we go.
I hope there's a big old slimy thing in the middle.
There better not be a fucking nut in this. There better not be a nut in this.
Put your ball in your mouth. Eat that ball. He's shaking a little bit more now. That can't be good.
That's that rabbit testosterone.
Right. Oh.
I wish the hell I read Japanese.
Are they creamy?
Yeah. It's got an unusual, almost tart. It's sweet, but it's tart at the same time.
She said bite it in half, but he ate the whole ball in. He's greedy. Pull it apart.
It's strawberry in the middle.
Oh. You got berry
Oh
balls.
my God. I bit it in half and the fucker's bleeding. Oh.
That's just wrong.
That's the flavor. Oh my God, guys. Check that fucking bloody ball out. Oh my God.
You said it's made of rice. That's interesting.
Made of rice?
That's what she said.
What the fuck? They don't taste bad. The texture's pretty weird. It's kind of soft, but it's chewy. It doesn't seem like something that's going to melt in your mouth either. You got to chew it. But to find out that it's got a bloody center. Rabbit balls.
Mm.
There's something not right about that, eh? Sticky rice. The flavor's pleasant. It's good. The flavor, the texture's weird. So there you go. Live and only here at the Sty Shack, you got to see Sty eat a rabbit's balls. I ate that rabbit's balls. They're not calling them Jack anymore. They're calling them Jane.
Recycle that plastic.
I'll send it to you. I'll send all, because there's got to be 24 sets in there. I'll stack them all up and I'll send them to you.
I don't want your balls. Thank you.
No, you just get the scrotums.
Do without.
You just get the scrotums, Mike. I'll send you all these empty scrotums.
Oh, I feel so honored.
So they sent this Kit Kat. I'm going to have to taste that Kit Kat. I'm loving this, diabetic, never get sugar. Now I got sugar in the house. Ooh, yep. And it says ocean salt on it, right? It's just a white Kit Kat. We'll see. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Dude, it ain't that big to shove the whole damn thing in your mouth.
Right.
Do it.
I'm trying to get the flavors.
That's what he said.
Right? It ain't that big. Put the whole damn thing in your mouth, bitch.
Yep. That's what he said.
Now that is kind of weird and unusual. It's just like white chocolate with a lot of salt in it.
So now his diabetes and his blood pressure is going to go sky high. I think Ann's out to get you.
She's been trying to kill me for 2 years. Hasn't worked yet.
And go get that cream soda I sent you and wash it down with it.
Oh, yeah, no shit, I should.
You probably still have it, too.
I do.
I figured.
No, it's in the kitchen. Hi, Gemma. Yeah, that's a little weird.
Gemma.
Salty white chocolate.
So technically, you've eaten salty white balls. Kit Kat. Oh wait, what's he got?
What the hell you got there?
I don't read Chinese.
These are ones I bought online a while ago. Sakura Japanese Sake Kit Kat.
Eat it.
They just been sitting here. I haven't done nothing with them. I was months ago. I was going to send them out to some of my members, and it's. I think my son ate one, and it didn't seem like it'd be much of a challenge. So, another one that's white chocolate.
Uh-huh.
My stinky candies got burned up.
No, thank you, Gemma.
Hey, Gemma.
Oh,
Thank
Oh,
you,
the
Gemma.
durian candy.
Yep.
Gemma.
That's not a big loss there. Trust me.
That's
was
sweet of you,
Bobby?
Gemma. Don't forget, help get her done granny out. The channel's doing fine. Now that looks.
This one's wasabi.
Oh, that is.
Wasabi.
This one's wasabi. And I haven't had this one either.
That sounds
That's
The
good.
Sakura
weird.
one's kind of weird taste.
That is so weird.
Sake. This is what I thought would be weird for some people. And it's funny because Jimmy was one of the ones I was going to send it to. It says, as long as it's not something that involves wasabi. I was like, well.
Well.
Kind of a yellowish color.
Uh-huh.
You're making me hungry.
They just
So-
don't put enough in it.
I know they made me hungry, and I ate all my peeps.
Does the chocolate overpower the wasabi flavor?
Yeah. Kind of gross.
Like you need a water bug. That'll gross you out. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not into water bugs. Balut, yeah, water bugs, yeah. Okay.
Either
take it
one.
down now.
So what did you think of the wasabi bar?
Kind of gross.
Kind of
It's
gross.
got a very faint wasabi taste. It's got a very faint wasabi taste. It's kind of sweet and wasabi, and that just don't go together.
What are you eating, Mike?
Sty's favorite.
Something.
Fucker.
Mike?
Your diet pops.
Gotta have one.
Behave yourselves,
I
guys.
told you, Mike, if those have half the calories and you eat twice as much, you might as well be
Hey,
eating
Jimbo.
yellow shit.
These are actually healthy. These are Greek yogurt.
Hey, Gemma.
Hey, Granny.
Greek yogurt.
Hello, Gemma.
Hello, Phil. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Gemma.
And Squirrel Medic.
No, Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic. Really confuse
That's
him.
kinda
Go
roasted.
back with go Medic Squirrel Lava Groovy. He'll be all screwed up.
Brewery hamster medic.
So
we just call him Lemmy Winks.
It's
What was
great
that,
to
Mike?
see Granny.
I said I just came in and I just missed Gemma's live. She like just ended as I was coming in. So I'll have to go rewatch it.
Yeah.
It's my most successful live stream I've done in a long time.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I haven't seen her live in a while.
So often I have to go and catch Gemma's live streams after the fact. I'll get it playing and just kick back, shut everything else off, and watch.
Have a good night, Ralph.
I figured everybody else was doing something delicious, so I'm gonna do the Cadbury caramel egg.
Oh, wow.
And Reese's peanut butter egg. I think that's what I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, I love the Reese's.
That sounds gross.
Yuck, peanut butter, yuck.
Oh, I love Cadbury caramel.
I know. I'm just gonna
7752.
Those cat. What's that?
Want to eat this?
Oh, Eileen, awesome! It's up to 77.52. That's awesome. Yep. Let it grow. Let it grow.
Even my mama put some money in there. She asked me for the link. I was like, all right, I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Yep. I had my sister and brother-in-law. They're going to be putting in.
There you go.
Oh, gross, disgusting.
I've got my dad and a couple of people my end here are going to donate to Granny. I sent the link to them in the email message, so my dad's going to be helping out.
Yeah. It gives us a little bit of hope for mankind to see all these great people willing to help out.
Yeah, I'll send it out at my work. Should have some people donating if they haven't already.
Yeah.
I must say, Phil, your premiere earlier was very, very good. I was sitting here going, his throat must have burnt like hell watching you eat them chicken things. It was like I'm sitting here going,
Oh, the chicken wings? Yeah, they weren't.
Yeah.
Well, you watched the members one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the members one with that one. Those ones, I put some the bomb on there. I put some of the Hellboy on there too. Yeah. That was pretty hot, but again, because they were already kind of basted in the other stuff, even with the bomb on it, it still really wasn't that hot. You're gonna take wings and you're gonna do something with them, make them hot. That better be what you're putting on them from the get-go. Cook that crap on them, and then finish it off with that crap. Because the other stuff that was on it just sort of make them that hot.
Reese's.
Yes, I love them. Yeah, look at them.
Best time of the year, you get them.
It's got the peanut butter.
Oh, no, that's
although
nasty.
the peanut butter Christmas trees are pretty good at Christmas time.
Oh yeah, those are good. What?
I can't have anything with peanuts.
Whatever shape they put Reese's in is cool. I love it.
Out of all of them, I think the Halloween pumpkins are the best ones. I don't know why.
Well, what I like about them when they have the different shapes is you've got more peanut butter.
Yes, it's got a thinner chocolate coat, and yeah. Hey guys, being that we're showing off food, talking food, I got to do this because I got to show you off something else I got. Something else's I got quite a bit. Now, my oldest boy, Running Water, most of you know him. He does this at times. And I told him I wanted these things and just let me know what it costs. Oh no. He just got me this stuff. And he said, I'm sure you'll get a use out of it. Okay, I'm going to show you all these things that I got. First of all,
Montana
Huckleberry.
Wild Huckleberry pancake mix. Now this is a big pouch, and I'm looking at the instructions, and actually the instructions are for making the whole damn pouch. Now if I make half this pouch, I'm going to end up with 12 really large pancakes out of half that bag. 12 really large. And so I'll eat 4 for breakfast one day, and then I'll make a huckleberry peanut butter sandwich for when I go out hiking that afternoon. And then probably the next morning, I'll find something special to do with the other two. And I'll be able to do that twice, right? But that's not getting touched till I'm out at camp this summer. So,
I don't think I've ever had huckleberry.
Huckleberries. These are all wild huckleberry products too. That means these huckleberries were hand-picked off the mountainsides of Montana. They're all hand-picked. I used to do that. I had a huckleberry camp. And my best huckleberry season, I had huckleberry pickers working for me. Plus I was picking, and I made $48,000 in 2 months picking up wild huckleberries. Well, you can't have wild huckleberry pancake mix without wild huckleberry syrup.
Syrup. Oh, wow.
This is a pancake syrup for huckleberry pancakes. So guess what I use for syrup? If it's not huckleberry syrup, wild huckleberry syrup, it's pure maple syrup for me.
Oh, yes, maple syrup all the way. Yeah. Maple syrup, yes.
Well, then he figured, huckleberry pancakes with huckleberry syrup, that's all right. That's breakfast, But what about in the evenings when you want to have a dessert? Well, so he gets me a bottle of Montana huckleberry topping. And this is for on ice cream or cheesecake or any kind of dessert. And this stuff is so thick that you have to stick a knife in it to get it started, to get it to start coming out, because it's so thick and it's so rich. Awesome. It really does the trick on ice cream and cheesecake. Whoa. Then he gets me. Oh, yeah.
Huckleberry jam.
Huckleberry jam, wild huckleberry jam. Also, Montana harvested huckleberries, bottled in Montana. And this is a good one. You can see whole huckleberries. It's all the pulp and all the whole huckleberries in it. It's a thick, heavy jam, right? All wild huckleberries. So, toast and jam, bagels and jam. Well, one jar wasn't enough, so he got me a second one.
Wow.
And this one is like all the huckleberry pulp, and it's more like a jelly than a jam, like a real heavy jelly. Yeah, I'm going to love this shit. I got enough there to last me a couple months at camp. Then, of course, you need to spice things up, right? You need to spice things up. There's other foods that you eat that you'd like a little sweet but spicy, right? So he got me this.
Ooh.
Chipotle sauce.
Okay, now I want to try that.
Wild huckleberry chipotle hot sauce. I'm looking forward to this shit, man. I'm going to be doing reviews on these when I'm out at camp. None of this gets open till I'm in camp. Now, you got to wash it down. All this huckleberries, you got to wash it down.
Huckleberry shine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, $25 bottle, Huckleberry Shine, and it's bottled. It's bottled by Sty Liquors in Parma, Idaho, and it's made with 100% wild huckleberry. So
is that like a form of whiskey or what?
Yeah, and actually, it's not a true shine. They just call it Huckleberry Shine. It's only 60 proof. So, but good sipping liquor around the campfire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit around the campfire and that ain't getting opened until I'm out of camp either. But
Have to get you messed up.
I can officially go camping next month. Woohoo!
Ooh, fun. Yeah.
The first restrictions get opened up. Campsites beginning of April. I'm going to be gone. Woohoo!
On Wednesday,
if you want to go camping between now and May 1st up here, yeah, you better bring some form of heat, and you better bring your snowshoes. It's hard to believe. It is very hard to believe. 1 month and 3 weeks from now, this old boy's going to be in camp. And he's going to be in camp for 4 months straight.
I can't wait to go camping because I'm going to do you another campground video like I did last time, where I go walking at the lake and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't wait to go.
Oh yeah. So there you go. Sty's in Huckleberry heaven, but it's one hell of a test of patience. We'll see if I can avoid opening any of this until May. It's going to be difficult to hold out till I'm out of camp. I dreamt about that shit last night. Yeah. Huckleberry pancakes and freshly caught brook trout. Oh, God, when we were in Montana, the family, the wife and the kids, we get up real early in the morning. I get the fire going. I'd say, well, folks, what do you want for breakfast? It was always huckleberry pancakes and trout. Well, thanks a frickin' lot. I got to go out and catch the trout. Then I got to come back, make the pancakes, fry up the trout. I was the family cook, but they loved them. Huckleberry pancakes and fresh brook trout. And you wouldn't think that would be a good breakfast, fish and pancakes. Well, when you're in the outdoors, yeah, it is. It's really good. Fresh brook trout in the Montana stream, they're sweet. They just got a sweet taste to them. And huckleberry pancakes on their own really don't need syrup. They're sweet as the devil without it. But if you got the syrup, use it. Hey, Tuna, good to see you.
I didn't realize how nice marshmallows were around the campfire. Like when I went camping last year, we toasted marshmallows, and they were really nice.
Oh, gotta have roasted marshmallows, definitely.
Yeah, yummy.
Yummy. Hey guys, it's been an hour and a half. I got to shout out my members. Hey, so. Here's a chance if you need to grab something quick to drink or whatever. It only takes 1 minute and 30 seconds approximately. So I'll see you once this is over. And pay attention. These are awesome channels, guys. So encouraging people to support the old fart, eh? There, Phil.
Yep.
You're not an old fart. That's harsh.
Yeah, but I'm so used to it that if he doesn't call me an old fart at least once during the stream, I feel neglected. I feel like he's not paying attention to me.
Yeah, and I didn't necessarily call him an old fart. I typed that he's an old fart. It's different.
Oh,
It just means that you're more mature.
That's
that you're old.
Yeah.
So,
It just means you've had more life experience than most of us.
Way more.
That's from sticking my nose where it don't belong too many times. That's right.
I doubt that's the case, but
He rode a dinosaur to school.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, after you got done breaking them in.
That's yeah. I was
A Dutch prepper.
hey, Dutch prepper.
Hey, Sty, what was that hot sauce, that Huckleberry? Who made that?
Okay, where did I put it? Here it is.
'Cause I've never had Huckleberry, but I would like to try some Huckleberry. And if I'm going to do anything, it's in a hot sauce.
Okay, now I don't even know if you can get it online or not, but it's worth the search. It's Lincoln Silver Dollar in Hagen, Montana.
All right, I'll look.
And they sell it exclusively through them because it's made specific for them. That's a silver dollar bar they've got.
There it is. First one to show up says Montana on the bottle.
Yep.
Yep.
Chipotle.
Easy
They got
peasy.
some habanero and ghost pepper ones too.
Yep. So there you go, guys. Have fun.
There you go.
I've never tasted any of their hot Huckleberry products, so I'm really curious. And if I like it, yeah, I'll be buying more. They're not cheap. They run about $8 a bottle. So
That's most of our hot sauces.
and
Yeah.
and it's
relatively cheap for some.
and
it's ordered.
and it's not for the hot sauce side of it that the price is there. I'm surprised that they're selling them for $8 a bottle. Everything that I showed you runs between $8 and $10 a bottle. You know, the jellies, the syrup, the topping, they're all $8 to $10 a bottle.
Yep. Same thing. Yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah.
And
So
it's
is it
because
like a blueberry? Is Huckleberry like a blueberry?
yes, it looks like a blueberry. It's got the cap like a blueberry does with the 5 little points. You know, a blueberry on the bottom has that little crown. It looks just like a blueberry, except that they're a wine-colored berry. They're not blue. They're wine-colored, and they're juicier. When we would pick huckleberries, huckleberry season usually starts.
I got Huckleberry coffee.
Yeah, there's all kinds of huckleberry products. Our huckleberry season where I was at would start at the end of June, and it would go through, well, about the second week of August. And then the season's pretty well wrapped up. But you can only get those huckleberries up in the clear cuts on mountainside. And it's way backcountry picking. But once you master it, you can pick 5 gallons an hour. And I just checked what we call the picker's rate, what you can get as a picker selling it wholesale in a sense to someone that's going to make products with it. Now, when I was out there, they paid us $24.95 a gallon, and you could pick 5 gallons an hour. So
Tuna says it looks like blueberry tastes like squid.
Who said that?
Tuna.
Oh, yeah. Then Tuna's never eaten it. If that tastes like squid, bullshit. I've eaten both. I'm not putting no squid on my pancakes.
How you dirty?
Yeah, it would be good for pancakes.
But they are so juicy that we could only pick from about 6 o'clock in the morning, just as the sun came up, until about 11 o'clock in the morning. Then you're done for the day, because once the sun's hitting on them and it's getting warm out, you fill a 5-gallon bucket. By the time you get those down to camp and you dump that bucket out, there's a half a gallon of juice in that bucket. Those berries start juicing right away. And I had a pretty good sized huckleberry camp going, and at the end of a day, we'd have anywhere from 10 to 20 5-gallon pails of huckleberries sitting in the creek. And you talk, the bears around there, they got to know me really well, that they are not welcome. But it was quite the process. All the pickers, you have to process those berries as soon as you pick them. You take them back to camp, and you build a processor from scrap, and you have to pour those berries down that processor, and it de-stems them all, gets rid of all the small berries, green berries, and only the best berries come out the other end. Those go into 1-gallon bags, and they're worth $25 a piece. And in a day, I would have 15 to 20 bags, right? At $25 a piece, just for myself, just what I picked. My other pickers, they picked for me. I provided the pickers, the buckets, the transportation. I fed them, and it was 50-50 split. So they got $12.50 a gallon, but they didn't have to find a buyer. They didn't have to do the final processing, none of that. So a lot of people were willing to pick for $12.50 a gallon, because they're making, they're making $50 an hour up there on the mountain picking. They ain't bitching about it, but then I'm making $50 an hour on each one of those pickers. So I usually had between 2 to 6 pickers up there working for me. It was kind of like Mike's racket, where I saw, oh no, I don't want you doing that, because I don't make any money. That's just a break-even thing. No, you pick it, let me process it, because if I process it, I make more money. You just keep picking. You just keep it. It's the same type of deal where Mike looks at, is it even cost worthy to waste my time on something, And boy, like I said, I made $48,000 in a month and a half picking huckleberries and loving every minute of it. And I saw Buddy Weiser, he puts bear food. Take a look at my old playlist, go back there and Sty Story playlist and find the Huckleberry Bear. Yeah. Listen to that story. Nothing like having a 600 to 800 pound grizzly sitting across a huckleberry bush from you, and he's eating off the one you're picking on. It's really hard to give up a huckleberry bush, even to a big ass grizzly. But as long as he was,
I would find it pretty simple. I'd be like, okay, bear, you get it.
Well, I did give it up to him, but I really didn't want to. And I think I could have kept picking as long as I stayed on my side of the bush. Because he was just kicked back, laying on his side, and he grabbed the bush with his paw, and he'd pull the berries over to his face and just peel them off with his tongue. He was all covered with huckleberry juice, his whole damn face. And you could smell him. Just this sweet, pungent smell. And that bear couldn't give a shit about me. He was just like, no, I'm eating berries. That's my job today, is to eat berries. But if you had the right huckleberry patches, you were right dab in the middle of grizzly country. You saw them. But the bushes would get so overladen with berries that huckleberry picker is like a large coffee can that's got like a funnel on the end of it with a bunch of stiff wires that go up, and it's got a handle on it, and you just kind of rake the huckleberry bush with it, and all the ripe berries fall into that bucket, and then you dump it into your 5-gallon bucket. But I've been on bushes where I'd take one swipe, and that big, it's almost a full gallon, that big coffee can, and it would be full, one swipe on a bush. Yeah.
Just like that, she's gone.
She's gone. That's Gemma, though. If you don't know Gemma, that might shock you, but no, that's Gemma. Yeah. The Sty gave him a bologna sandwich. No. My pickers ate like kings, man.
Yeah, they got cheese on their bologna sandwich.
That's
You're
right.
damn right.
with some mustard.
Wow.
What the mustard? You maybe.
Okay, first of all, there's nothing wrong with the bologna sandwich.
No, actually, there isn't.
Because I always think about bologna, and then I eat a bologna sandwich. I'm like, man, this shit's good.
Yeah, isn't it pathetic?
I haven't had a bologna sandwich since I was a kid.
And I bet you get one, you're like, this shit's good.
I usually do like turkey and salami and cheese or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's just hot dog pancakes. That's all it is. So.
It is all it is.
That's
Right.
it. It's just a flat hot
It's
dog.
the pig parts or the beef parts, that nobody else wants.
A hot dog pancake.
You know, and that's it. Is
Never heard that one.
Fried bologna was so good though. My mom used to do that when I was a kid, fry it up.
and you know why moms did that for their boys, fried up bologna? My mom fried bologna all the time for us boys. And then first time I landed in jail, I found out why. So I'd feel at home. You know?
That where they feel you shit on the shingle?
Oh yeah, all the time. and usually got that on Sundays at jail, you know. And it was just like, shit, they got my mom cooking in this jail. What the fuck? Yeah.
Squid Lona.
We used to get the green bologna in jail.
The ring bologna?
Green.
Oh, green bologna.
Yeah. And the guy next to me is like, man, you gonna eat that sandwich? I said, I haven't had it, buddy. Here you go.
You got that Dr. Seuss bologna.
Yeah, E-Waste Mike used to straighten out some ring bologna.
Gross. I couldn't tell you. I've never been to jail.
I've only
not long, but I was there.
Yeah,
I've had one.
Me either.
5 days.
My longest was 30.
So
I'm usually a pretty law-abiding citizen, and I just don't get caught when I do.
Well, that's the whole problem. Most of us are pretty law-abiding until we get caught, and then we weren't abiding by the law.
Right.
I've only had two stays, and one was for 48 hours, and one was 24, and it was long enough. It was pretty bad when they come in on that 2-day, or when jailer come in and yelled at me, "Get the fuck off the floor and get on your bunk." I said, "Come on, the goddamn floor is so much more comfortable than sleeping on the last week's fucking Sunday paper wrapped in a plastic bag. Come on." That's what the frickin' mattress was. It had a tear in it. I looked, and it's full of Sunday papers, and they're pop riveted together in a plastic bag, and that's your mattress. I said, "Fuck no, I'm more comfortable on that painted concrete floor than I am on that thing." Them rivets kept poking me. At least the floor didn't have rivets in it, you know. Get off the floor! What the hell's the matter with you? I loved it though. I loved it on the 2-dayer. They bring me in there, well, and they all knew me. They bring me in there and they say, "Hey, you're going to be rooming with a guy. 2 separate cells, but common day room kind of attached deal. With it's got your table in it where you eat and the shower and a little area you can mull around. You feel like your pet gorillas in a zoo, you know." Well, they put me in that cell, and this guy's sitting at the table, and I realized he's watching television. There's a TV outside the bars of the cell in the hallway facing him, and he can just reach it to change the channels. And he's sitting there, and he's watching something on TV. Guard gets me in there and goes, "Well, get comfortable," he says, "and get to know your roomie here." My roomie looks at me and he goes, "Don't bother me." I said, "Really? You need to shut up. You're bothering me already." And all of a sudden, that guard walks over. He unplugs that fucking TV. It's on a cart. He starts wheeling it on. That guy went ballistic. "Where are you going with my fucking television?" He says, "It took me 30 days of good behavior to get TV." And that guard says, "He ain't been here no 30 days. You ain't getting no fucking TV as long as he's rooming with you." Oh, fuck. Nothing like prisoner relationships, you know. All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy, you know. He's looking at me, "It's because of you I lost my fucking TV." It was so funny, though. You see these condiments here on the table? Those are mine. Those are mine. Don't you dare touch any of that mustard, mayonnaise, or ketchup on that table. That is mine. Oh, fine, because I ain't gonna eat their fucking food anyway. I can fast for 2 days, man. All I want's the coffee in the morning. Yeah. They found out in a hurry. That's all I wanted was coffee. Yeah. Hey, Brian, good to see ya.
If you've done any time in the military, doing 5 days in a prison's nowhere, jail's no big deal.
Yeah, no.
Hell, they held me for 24 hours when I was in Okinawa because one of our Japanese police got their gun stolen at our barracks, and I was outside amongst a bunch of other people when it got taken. So,
yep,
they held us in there until they found it, and then they held us in there just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, hold you on association, right?
Yep.
Yeah, until we sort this out.
We weren't narking each other out.
Right.
It came up missing. It was in a bag.
I was going to ask you if you still had the gun.
Yeah.
No, he left his service weapon in a bag at the top of the steps while he went downstairs, left it unattended. Someone took it, put it underneath the stairs in the barracks, came back out, and we all sat around and continued drinking, and he's outside losing his mind. And they called our police, the military police, and they took everybody that was outside and they took them down to the jail until they found it. Of course, they found it. They let us sit there for a while.
Hey, B Wizzle.
We wouldn't tell them where it was or who got it or did what with it. So
good to see you, Brandon.
Had he not left his weapon, if he kept his weapon with him, he wouldn't have had a problem. Of course, none of us knew it had a weapon in it.
Well, certainly.
Certainly.
Yeah. B Whistle's throwing his prayers to you, Granny.
Thank you, B Wizzle. Those prayers help. Pray for my husband. He's one that needed the most.
Isn't it funny? No matter what happens with Granny, she's always on panel in the dark.
Yep.
Even during the daytime, it's weird.
And she, and the thing is don't assume anything. That doesn't mean she's in the dark. She's catching everything you're saying on here.
Not in the dark.
Yeah, she looks in the dark, but she's not in the dark.
It's dark outside, guys.
Yeah.
I was yesterday, and it didn't work out. I was going to head down to camp. I got to go down there, and I got to take a shot of the southern sky and make sure that I'll be able to get satellite internet from that site. And plus, I got to get the actual address of the campground. Otherwise, Starlink's just giving me so much shit. So now I thought I'll do it Tuesday. Well, I can't do it Tuesday because a trip down there and back is about 3 hours. And Running Water's dogs got hookworm. I took him and the dog to the vet. And when I saw that veterinary assistant come out to get that dog, and she looked at me kind of funny and gave me a kind of a little smile when I said, "What do I have to do to make an appointment here?" And she goes, "Oh, is it for a cat or a dog, or, because we do farm animals also?" And I go, no, personal appointment for me. Because if you're the nurse, I'm coming back. I'm damn right I'm coming back. She thought that was kind of funny. But them damn dogs, why the hell do you go to a veterinary clinic and all the gals working there are just so awesome? They're sweet, they're pretty. You go to your own clinic and some Helga fucking mean-ass Scandinavian woman comes out gonna beat the hell out of you. And it's just not, it's not fair. It's not fair. But so that was funny though, having to watch. I picked Running Water up. He's out there with Bean, taking him for a walk, and he's following behind Bean with this little Tupperware bowl. I'm like, what the fuck is Running Water doing? And there you go. Bean starts to squat, and Running Water's right under him, catching it. He gets in the truck and he goes, "Oh, I have to bring a stool sample." Jesus Christ. I said, "Why didn't you just take a shit in that cup and give him that?" And he was honest. He says, "Well, I don't want my dog to be found to have worms." That's right. Yeah, true. Well, yeah, the dog's got hookworm. So he says he's got an appointment. He's got an appointment on Tuesday. I said, "You're fucking up my Tuesday." I said, "My only 2 days that I don't have streams are Saturdays and Tuesdays." Oh. And I said, "So, okay, I'm fine. I'll be here. We'll take your damn dog." So what time is that? He said, anytime between 11 and 1 o'clock. I said, "Well, that fucks my day right up." Right in the middle of the goddamn day. Why didn't you make it in the morning? Or why didn't you make it in the afternoon? So I could plan something that's 3-4 hours long, Oh, no. So next Saturday, a whole freaking week, then I get down to camp, figure out where the hell the satellite dish is going to get mounted, and blah, blah, blah. And so I am so antsy to get the hell out to camp. In the worst case, everybody, I see we got 36 in the house. A lot of people are going to get to hear it. In the worst case, in the month of May, my channel may be a few uploads of videos and no live streams for a couple of weeks until I get the whole internet thing squared away out at camp. Once that's squared away, we're good for the rest of the year. But it's the initial. That asshole over there is happier than hell. 2 weeks without Sty. Awesome.
What's that date? Let me write that down.
All right, Sty. I'm gonna go because I have a live stream going at 9. So I will see y'all later. Granny, love you.
See you, bud.
Mike, Phil.
See you, Travis.
Good job eating the bug. Good job eating the bug.
Oh yeah.
Have a good one, man.
All right, later, guys.
Yep.
Later.
I think he just came up here to promote his shit.
Could be. What the hell? You know, that happens, don't it?
What do you mean, wake up? What are you talking about?
Wake up.
I heard you yawn. Lean way back in the chair.
Yeah.
What? I didn't do nothing. What are you pointing at me for?
I've been tired since Thursday morning.
Just because she's trying to be comfortable doesn't mean she needs your bullshit.
Hey, don't make the woman feel guilty.
Not at all.
Look at her frown. Look at that sad face. You heartless fucker.
He knows that's not how I cry.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo.
Oh.
I don't see no tears.
Good night, Will the Rocker.
Hey, we'll see you, Will.
Good night, Will.
What?
Oh,
Tiger
damn.
Muskie on there saying the damn border wall is being taken down.
Some good scrap
Parts
metal.
Parts of it are getting knocked down. Yeah.
That's good scrap metal.
But I saw some kind of reassuring news that there's a lot on the Democratic side that are fairly moderate that are starting to say maybe we need to change the laws that anything related to immigration has to be legislated and not by presidential order, because they're getting nervous.
He's doing everything that way. If he doesn't think it'll pass through the House and the Senate, then he just makes an executive order.
And they're talking now that
live in a free country.
They're talking now about trying to get a bipartisan committee together to have some actual border legislation that requires certain steps and processes that will not be changeable by the president through executive order.
That's great.
And see, and that's the thing is, all these things presidents usually do executive orders on are things that are not statutorily required because they weren't passed by the House and Senate. So they're just regulation. And so they're talking, we might need to do this legislatively so presidents can't just jump in and undo every fucking thing. It's like these guys are saying, we had all this process, spent 4 years building this process. There was a lot of investment, a ton of fucking money went into that. It's totally undone. So, in other words, that whole 4 years, not just everything it helped provide, but all the money that it cost is gone. It was a waste. It was just a waste. And you know, I'm sure Trump is just pissed, banging his head against the wall. Son of a bitch. Well, see, now if that's done legislatively, then it's locked in. Now you got to change the law to be able to change it, you know. So this is going to be really interesting, I think. I mean, right now, the way things are going and some of the actions that are being taken are really starting to backfire already. And just take a look at the COVID relief package. I mean, people aren't shy about saying, yeah, we want a COVID relief package as long as it's COVID related. All of this extra pork is just, if you got an ounce of common sense, you know, it's BS. It's just BS. And it's going to get real interesting, I think.
We hear about all the pork on our side. We've been listening to Fox News and everything else. you're watching ABC, NBC, or CBS, all they're talking about is the 9% good about it. They're not talking about all the other stuff. People over there for the mainstream media don't know about all the other stuff. They don't know how much pork is in this thing because they aren't going to tell those people that.
See, and that's it. Is I believe they do know what it is. They're just not going to say anything. They're just not going to go there.
Well, they do. I mean, the media knows what it is,
right?
The people in the House and the Senate knows what's in there. They ain't telling the American people.
No,
that watch the mainstream media. They ain't telling them. So unless someone goes over to Fox News or one of these other news things,
they're not going to hear about
what they are.
Right? They're not going to hear what's in the 91%. And a lot of people are pissed off because they said, hey, guess what? You got to read the whole bill on the floor. It's going to take over 24 hours to do it. Good. I wish they would have done that with Obamacare. That son of a bitch was over 6,000 pages. It would have taken them 2 months to read the son of a bitch on the floor. But Pelosi said, read it after we pass it. Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
She was insistent. She was insistent. We have no time to read this. Just pass it and then read it. And we'll work with it after the fact. No, that's not how things should be done. And I like that. They read the whole damn thing on the floor, and I laughed while they're just reading that. Yeah. Because I knew damn well nobody on one side was listening at all. The people on the other side are saying, I hope people are hearing this, Yeah. It's a big shit sandwich, and we all have to take a bite. No, fuck you. I ain't taking a bite of your shit sandwich. No. Don't feed me that.
I got coffee coming.
You've got coffee coming?
You got coffee coming?
There's a man bringing me some coffee.
Is that the name?
Was
that the neighbor guy?
That's the neighbor guy.
You're going to get Mike jealous here.
Make sure he doesn't slip a roofie in there.
There's a man bringing her some coffee.
Well, y'all are watching me. If he slips a roofie in it.
Sty.
What's that?
I'm not going to get jealous. I'm up 7,800, buddy.
That's a pretty expensive cup of coffee, ain't it?
Yeah. Let her play a little game. I don't care.
Yeah, prices are going up everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what's gonna suck about that is when I have to do the thank you list.
Oh God.
When I gotta do the thank you video, so like I do.
Oh no, you just do a little 1 minute video that just says thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
All of you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for the pizza money. My next GoFundMe will be up in 3 days.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. You need to start a second GoFundMe for administrative fees.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. Because if you do a separate one,
that one doesn't fill up.
Yeah, right.
You know what? But it's worth all my sleepless nights and all my hours of trying to keep all this shit going and keep it on track. So.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Y'all shut up. You're gonna make me cry.
Oh, I'm crying.
Oh. Well.
We love you, Granny.
As long as they're tears of joy, we're good with it. Yeah.
Yep.
Because we don't want to see you crying for any other reason.
I don't like that either.
I
don't like getting mad either.
Maybe you'll bring a lot of coffee.
A lot of coffee. Yeah. Bring it by the thermos.
Go outside and squat.
What?
Coffee in means coffee out. Just saying.
Why don't you just make like a little campfire out there and get a little percolator?
Yeah.
You got plenty of wood.
No shit.
And a lot of it's very dry. A lot of it's very dry.
Yeah. Got a lot of charcoal too.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Boy, with a lot of that charcoal, yeah, you could be roasting burgers. And,
Mhm.
yeah, doggone it.
Go down there and grab a duck or bring them up there.
Yep.
Throw them in a pot.
I guess when they clear the land, if I can't get a house, I can just go over there and park my Jeep in the yard, and they can't say nothing. It's my yard.
Right. Put the little flower bed around it.
Yeah.
Big privacy fence.
Well, I thought of that, boy, oh boy, if it works out where just the insurance money and everything and GoFundMe and everything just ain't going to add up to a decent house for you, then you buy yourself a really sweet RV and you put a concrete slab on that property with a nice little roof over it, and you can park your RV under that little roof and have a garden out front, and live in the RV, and if you get tired of the neighborhood for a while, you can just head on the road.
Damn, that's a good idea. Holy hell, Sty.
I don't know much about anything, but I think at the end of the day, the insurance company is going to have her back in a house.
Yeah.
I don't got that much insurance, Bill.
No?
No, honey.
Well, you don't. You only insure them for a certain amount, not for the value of the home?
It wasn't a big, fine, fancy home.
The thing is,
it's a big fancy home. Replace it with a big fancy home.
The thing is most people, the majority of people, do not insure their homes for replacement value.
That's all they'd insure it for.
That's a lot of insurance companies now. They do an appraised value.
Yep.
What they feel the house is worth.
Yep.
The way it is built, not what it would cost to replace it. What that house.
Ours was 100-year-old house.
Yeah. So it's going to be shy. It's going to be shy.
It's going to be real shy.
And the only reason I'm going there is I was a board member for a huge insurance company called Ameren Risk, and we insured 485 organizations and all of their housing units. It was a little over 6,000 homes we insured, and we never had one burned to the ground that the insurance was able to rebuild the house back to its original size and standard. None of them. And that was the best insurance we could put on those houses. And we used underwriters to get the best we could. And it's just, until you've had one burned down and you see what the insurance final insurance settlement is you'd be amazed. You sit there with the architect engineers and you're going, what can we cut out? What can we cut out? What can we cut out?
You look at the price of what it costs to build a house now as to what it costs to build the type of house I had back then.
It's just so much like, it's not exactly the same, but it is so much like auto insurance. You insure my 2005 truck, they're not going to give me replacement value.
Mm-mm.
They'll give me replacement value for a 2005. I can go out there and buy another 2005.
Yeah.
But I can't buy a 2020 truck with what they're going to settle for, even though it's full, even though it's comprehensive. It's still based on what its appraised value is, not its replacement value.
You know, Granny, I'm still fighting my head-on collision insurance company. They still haven't paid me for that truck.
That's bull.
Yeah, I had to that was 2 years ago almost.
Holy shit.
Yeah. They said I could have avoided the crash.
How?
Right. It wasn't even my fault. It was a police chase. The guy was on the wrong side of the freeway. The car in front of me went that way, and the car that they were chasing slammed into me head on. But that
is such bullshit, eh?
Yeah. the things in my lawyer's working on it. 2 years just for a stupid settlement on a stupid truck.
Back in 2001, I had a brand new Caravan, Dodge Caravan minivan. It was only about 8 months old, right? I told my daughter, run over to so-and-so's house, pick your brother up. It was Christmas Eve day. Bring him home for Christmas. She says, oh, okay. Well, it's only a mile and a half away.
Do you have anything? I mean, you want anything else?
No, this is great. This is more than I.
Well,
Tell them we said thank you, Granny.
Thank you.
Tell them we said thank you.
They're all telling you thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
These are my friends.
That's fine. But if you need anything,
Yeah.
I'm right there.
Okay. I'll remember that.
And I told
Granny
your daughter
got a boyfriend.
last night around
Granny
11.
got a
Well,
boyfriend.
I thought I seen a flashlight.
Mike is an asshole. Mike
Yes,
is an asshole.
Yes, he is.
Hey, yo, call
She's
911.
putting her hand in his face. Shut up, Mike.
I walked back in,
All right.
walked back out, and then I seen a boy standing up there at the picnic table
What's
with a trash bag with a flashlight.
up, Blake?
Hi, Michael Moran.
Jacket on,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Moran.
got another jacket, put it on, flipped the
Michael
hood up,
Moran.
reached down,
Hey, Blake. Doing good.
backpack, and grabbed the bag.
Doing good.
Towards the
Oh,
church.
let's see if I can.
Creeps. Creeps.
He was just explaining what was going on last night. You two were talking.
Anything. I mean, I'll be working tomorrow, but I'll be back home tomorrow evening.
Okay.
I heard him.
Okay.
What the fuck? You can't hear or what?
Tractor up and running.
Yeah.
Well, I
Can't hear over you talking, flapping your lips.
Shut up. I'm listening.
fed the horses.
Right.
She had a granddaughter that was over with mom's, and then my daughter's got her baby, and we've been keeping it or
Yeah.
giving it a bath right now.
Oh.
I'm gonna go in there and wash bottles.
There you go.
Now I still got more coffee.
This will do me for the night for sure.
Bill's upset because he's busy eavesdropping on a
Thank you.
conversation. It's none of his damn business in the first place.
Yeah, Phil. Prick. Granny got a boyfriend.
So that was the guy that was watching him rob your place, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the coffee. Should have called the police, you asshole.
God, I'm glad you kept your mouth shut while he was outside the window.
Ain't it?
Because God knows what would be in that next cup of coffee because of Phil.
Oh
There
no.
might be a roofie about
I
now.
reach through the screen and smack Phil. I got spaghetti.
Spank him, Granny.
Got spaghetti.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
He brought that to you?
Yeah.
Well, that beats hell on just coffee.
And a cinnamon roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you need to
Like
go
prison.
shack up with him tonight.
I don't think his lady would like that.
Maybe they're into that.
Boy, you shouldn't be talking about that because neighbor on the other side of them will burn their house down just so they get free spaghetti and cinnamon rolls. Yeah.
What is she eating? What is she eating?
Everybody will want that.
What are you eating?
Spaghetti.
That's the first real food I've seen her eat since this all started.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that's home cooked.
Well, it's home cooked.
2 fish sandwiches and some cheese and crackers is all she's been eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it don't bother me, and home cooked food don't bother me. So
Well, eat it and shut up.
I'm eating them.
I don't want to hear nothing. Just eat. I don't even want to hear
I'm
you breathe. Just eat.
Oh, this goddamn family. All they do is
I know.
bicker all the time.
Hey, and slow down so you don't get a stomachache.
Oh my God, it's so good.
I don't care. Slow down. Because if you puke it up, you're going to eat it again?
I guess.
There you go.
Just serve it to Travis.
Right,
Spaghetti looks the
After
same
today,
every time
he'll
we
eat
get it
anything.
first
right. He'll eat anything.
He'll eat anything.
Oh, it's so good.
I
That's
bet that's
hilarious.
good. Yep, home cooked food is the best. You betcha. You
That's the
betcha.
most hot meal I've had since it started.
I know.
I got spaghetti all in my mouth.
Don't they have restaurants in that little hick town you live in?
No, not real restaurants.
What is a real restaurant?
A place that you can go and sit down and eat, and they have real home cooked food.
All right, so you go and you get a carry out.
They don't have those around here.
I'm done
You have
talking.
McDonald's and all those places.
I'm done talking to you. La 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 la.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I would assume those little places like that, the little diners and whatnot, went out of business because they don't get enough carry out business because McDonald's and all those places are so much easier to go through. We know little diners around here that ain't reopened.
We're lucky here because we don't have a lot of mom and pop diners here, but we've got probably 5 or 6 of them. Every one of them, right the minute they come down with the closure and the mask mandate and boom, every one of them had planned a few weeks ahead of time and geared everything up. And most of their staff, they're giving them mileage and hourly rate, and everybody all of a sudden is delivering except the kitchen staff. And they all provide drive out, delivery service or curb pickup. And well, now we're allowed to be open 50%. So our mom and pop outfits were able to survive. They were able to make it. And boy, they got a lot of business during that whole damn thing. Because there was a spell that frickin' McDonald's would have cars parked up 3 blocks trying to get through their drive-thru. They just couldn't handle the volume.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the word got out that, oh no, all the mom and pop restaurants are delivering. Holy shit. All of a sudden the mom and pop shops they're putting in the local newspaper, hiring delivery drivers. I mean, so they did it right. Our guys did it right. They said, fuck, we're not going down the tubes. We're going to do whatever we can to weasel around through all these rules and keep putting out food. Thank God.
I think we just went to 50% last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one local
Big Gretch.
The one local place here, the Pizza Pub, it's a bar and restaurant, and it's mostly pizza. They're really well known for their pizzas. Well, they had curbside service. You could call them, order your stuff, and you paid for it online or over the phone. And then you just pull up, and you call them, tell them I'm out in the parking lot, and they bring you your food, right? Well, they said a free beer with every order. They were tap beers. People were pulling up. They get their pizza brought to the car with their free beer. They're drinking the fucking beer in their car. And then they'd order a couple more beers. Can you bring me a couple more out here while I eat my pizza? And I got a kick out of it. The local PD was really good about it. They just kind of showed up and explained why they can't be doing that. You can't serve these people beer in their cars, man. Oh, well.
That's hilarious.
That cuts into our beer sales, damn it.
Our local places around here, like Travis was talking about, you could actually get drinks to go.
Yeah, roadies.
Yep.
They were trying it here, but they shut them down because it's considered open bottle in the vehicle. But you can sell them individual beers, bottled beer, canned beer, and that's where they were making up on their beer sales, where people would order a pizza and a 6-pack or 2, and. Yeah, they made the best of a worse situation, and we were all in town here so grateful that these mom and pop operations. Oh, she ate it all.
Good. She better lick the bowl.
She's eating the cinnamon roll. Leave her alone.
I'm gonna leave her alone as long as she's eating.
Yep.
I tell her all day long, did you eat? Did you eat? Did you eat? All day long I bug her.
That's important. Got to keep her energy up.
Yeah. I told her if she gets sick, she's screwed.
Yeah. Hey, Dolly's passion.
I'm gonna get sick then, so I can get screwed.
Your neighbor's right around the corner there. Go visit him.
God, I don't
Granny,
know.
Granny, you got an excuse. Tell my hair I brought your dish back.
I don't know that I want to go out and catch COVID just so I can say now I'm fucked. You know. Yeah. Yeah, still at 7807. Kick a couple bucks towards Granny. What the heck? Skip that extra cup of coffee you don't really need. I got really pissed off. There was this homeless gal in Washington D.C. I was down by Channel Inn down on the Potomac, and there was this homeless gal. She's just sitting in this little park area, and she had a little sign, and all it said is, "Can you help me out?" That's all it said on the sign. And I watched this guy and this gal, both with big Star cups of coffee, walk up to her, and they start ripping her a new one. We don't need to see beggars in our town, and on and on. And I walked up and I said, "Hey, if you went home and made your own goddamn pot of Folgers and came out with a couple cups of that, you could give her $20. Mm-hmm. Shut the fuck up with your Starbucks in your hand. Get the hell away from her and leave her alone." Oh, all of a sudden I'm the asshole, you know. Well, you know, come on. Get in a homeless person's face with a Starbucks in your hand and start bitching at them they shouldn't be begging. Yeah. You shouldn't be paying $8.95 for a cup of coffee. Yes, moron. Right? Yeah.
I have got the cleanest computer.
Well, Phil, you have to work tomorrow, eh?
I do. It's an 11.5-hour day. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately, even though I've been getting to bed. My shoulder's been bothering me and whatnot. And every time I turn this way and turn that way, I just don't get a good night's sleep like I used to. So I get some rest, but
not the sleep.
I need I've been trying some CBD. I've been rubbing some CBD and different things, and nothing seemed to help. So
see, now
I'll be fine.
I went through that. You know, I've got old neck injuries, and if those nerves get pinched, she licked that sucker clean. That I couldn't sleep because of the pain in my neck, and I went and I got myself one of those collars, and I don't have that neck pain anymore at all. Fuck, I can move my head all I want, and it don't hurt. And I forgot what it was like to actually have REM sleep, where you just fall asleep and it's hard sleep for a few hours. I forgot what that was like until I got it back. And so that's a bitch, man. That'll wear you out, not getting any good REM sleep, man. So try to get some tonight.
Have a good night, everyone. Keep it spicy, and we will see you tomorrow.
Spicy. Good night, Bill.
Yep.
See you guys.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye now.
Yeah.
Bitch.
I lost the lid to my water.
What are you doing? Washing the guy's bowl, Granny?
Yeah. Nice enough to feed me. I can at least clean the bowl out.
Yeah, but he gave it to you dirty, so give it back to him dirty.
I was a Girl Scout. We were taught to be different than that.
Yeah, Eileen, when do you ever sleep either, girl?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That word, sleep, Sty. What's that word?
I get about 3 hours a night.
I can't wait till I'm out at camp, because last summer, that last 2-week camp, I felt, I was getting up at 8 o'clock in the frickin' morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. But I was going to bed at 9 o'clock at night. Man, I was getting 8 to 11 hours of sleep every freaking night for 2 weeks out at camp. And I was busy all day long doing shit, and I felt like $1,000,000. And I'm sleeping on that homemade bunk out in that trailer, and yeah,
Sorry.
that's all right. That's all right. That comes with the territory.
Oh, that coffee smells so good.
You need to go under your dash and unhook that thing.
Yeah, Guani. I sleep from the time I close my eyes till I open my eyes. However long that is. That's it. Yeah, coffee really does help. Almost any situation. A good fresh cup of coffee. Yeah.
Living in a van down by the river.
Yeah.
Not by the river.
There you go. Now, see, I can drink coffee and it don't keep me awake.
Me too.
Yeah,
that's my thermos is. My thermos has got enough for another full cup, and I'll never let that thermos sit for the night. Oh, hell no. I'll drink that before I go to bed tonight. Yeah, I could drink coffee all waking hours. Hey, Hike with Mike. Hey, good to see you, buddy.
Hey. Yeah, I'd be living too late night.
Oh yeah, don't that piss you off? After the fact. Yeah.
That spaghetti was good, y'all.
I bet it was. That's good. Glad you enjoyed it. And I'm glad that you ate. Looked like a good helping, you know.
You need to stay on that guy's good side.
Yeah. Should have asked him what's for dinner tomorrow night.
Right, I would have. I should have. What do you have tomorrow?
Yeah. What time would you like me available for dinner tomorrow? Yeah.
Hell yeah. We'll ask him if he comes back to the window, Granny.
Ask him what?
We'll ask him what's for dinner if he comes back.
No.
For tomorrow.
Oh, these guys, they were terrible while you were trying to talk to them. Mike and I, we were talking, but picking up on the conversation you were having, but we weren't sticking our noses into it, except Mike started going, Granny's got a boyfriend, Granny's got a boyfriend. But Phil starts chewing us out. Would you guys shut up? I'm trying to hear what Granny said. And I told him, it's none of your goddamn business, you eavesdropper. You just, goddamn it. Mike and I are picking up on it, but, you know, it's not our fault. Spicy can't.
One like this?
Yes.
Just stop it. Stop it.
Yep, that was all Phil. Oh, Phil.
Yeah. Hint to the neighbor that you like your steak medium.
couple of shrimp on the side, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You mind if I bring a friend? Okay.
He's right. That coffee is hot. Ooh.
Boy,
did he put a little sugar in it?
No.
What about cream? Be careful on the cream.
Nope.
If there's floaties in there, that ain't cream.
Nope. There's nothing in it. I can tell already.
Okay. Because if you have to chew your coffee, that's not good.
No, it's
That's
not.
no. That's. Can we change the topic?
Oh, you can't change the topic.
Oh, chewy coffee. Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes.
That's what
No,
happens.
Eileen, I don't want your Meals on Wheels. I used to work there.
You did?
Yeah. That's how I met my husband. I got a job there and I liked him and I said, he's mine. And I got him.
Oh, yeah. Eileen's asking if you can get Meals on Wheels there.
Yeah, that's why I said, no, I don't want them.
I was going to say, my mother and father-in-law used to get them. And I go over to their house 3-4 times a week and did a lot of work around their house for them. They couldn't do much anymore. And it did take me long to realize what the hell was going on. They go, oh, my mother-in-law, I got to get the dogs. There are 2 dogs in their pens. And I go, why? Well, the Meals on Wheels are here. And I thought, well, the dogs harass them while they eat. And I usually say, well, it's your dinner time. I'm leaving, right? Well, one day I just hung out. She gets the dogs in the pens, and here comes the gal with their meals for the day and puts them on the table and says thanks and takes their containers from the day before, and out the door they go. My father-in-law sits there and he opens both the containers and he scrapes out the vegetables. And if there's potatoes, he scrapes those out. Boy, I just had a hell of a crash out here.
I heard that.
I heard it too.
You were able to hear that?
Yeah.
If you guys will give me a moment, I'm going to
Yeah,
check.
please. Let's see what it was. I want to know.
Hurry up.
I want
Don't-
somebody else's excitement, not mine.
Yeah, and don't fall on the way.
No, please don't fall.
Even though that would be funny.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, holy crap. I have got to clean this computer. I got so many pictures in here. Pornhub something else. I don't know where this is. Damn it. One of Sty's blue hairs going crazy.
Well, at least we know it didn't hit his internet stuff.
Mhm.
So you guys were able to hear that, huh?
Yeah.
This is a directional microphone. It points straight on, right?
Mm-hmm.
That noise came from way the fuck in there around the corner. Get in there. Not stopped at the door. That's where the front door is too. Listening. Walked in the kitchen, looked around. Told you I cleaned my whole fucking kitchen today. I should have been a little more careful when I cleaned. There's a fluorescent light over my sink, a big one, right? And I took the cover down and washed it and I popped that cover back. I didn't pop that fucker in there good enough. It just fell. That's one noisy son of a bitch when it bounces off big stainless steel sink. Boom, 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 boom. I thought, what the fuck? Somebody's breaking in somebody's place here. Yeah, I was kind of glad to see it was just that, you know. At least it didn't break. It just made a hell of a lot of noise. But Jesus.
Hey, Mike, you need to up your game, baby.
Why is that?
You ain't got that. Yeah.
Granny,
Yeah.
7,800. Have at it, baby. I'm good. I got Granny, I got you by the balls.
You got no balls.
Heck, because of Ann, I can send you a couple.
Right.
I can send you a couple of balls. They're bloody in the center, but
Yeah, they're cute little fluffy balls. Bleed.
little fluffy balls that bleed. Yeah.
She told me up my game. You hear that shit, Sty?
I heard that.
What kind of crap is that?
I don't know.
Up my game.
That's a nice way of saying up yours, or
I wrecked them.
one of those blue-haired ladies came to see me. I tell you what, if that was one of the blue-haired ladies, her walker just collapsed, man, to make that much noise. Yep.
The little buttons weren't set in there.
Yeah, those. Oh, I'm sorry. You should never laugh at elderly when they have mishaps. But earlier this winter, I seen this fella. He's just scooting to beat hell, and he's got one of them walkers, right? And it's got the tennis balls on the legs, so it's easier to slide around on the tile floor, the concrete floors in the building. Well, he was outside, and somebody held the door open for him, and it's miserable out, so he's in a hurry to get in the building. Well, that section of the building's carpeted. He hit that sucker with them balls on there. Didn't slide good on that carpeting because they were soaking wet from being outside. So when he hit that carpeting, his walker and him went ass over tea kettle, and I couldn't believe it. He did a tuck and roll, did a complete somersault, and landed with his walker upright, and he's on his knees, and he just gets back up on his feet, slowly going, never miss a beat. And I thought, wow. I don't think that old boy really needs that walker. He just needs to be a little more careful with the damn thing when he's coming in the building.
I bet he felt it the next day, though.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. That's
just crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
What a waste of good tennis balls.
Yeah, he ain't playing tennis no more. He might as well use them for something.
Oh, I finally found it, Granny. I had to go through 15,000 picks. That's what my truck looked like.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
And they're holding out on the insurance claim.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Oh yeah, I was telling you, I had that new van, and I sent my daughter to pick up my kid on Christmas Eve day. She gets home. Now our house sat probably about 45 feet off of the street. Had driveway, came up to a single car attached garage. Mm-hmm. And she pulls in. She's got the boy with her. She pulls in and pulls up to the garage. Garage door's closed. She pulls the nose of the van up to the garage door, and all of a sudden gets broadsided by a 3/4-ton pickup truck.
Oh, shit.
Caved the whole side of the van in. I heard the crash. I went running out there to see what the hell happened, and I hear that guy. He backs the truck up. He's backing it away from the van, and I run right up to it. He had his window down. And I run up, and I grabbed him by the collar. I said, "You hit the brakes now, or I'll break your jaw." He stopped. What? She pulled in front of me. I said, "Just get out of your rig. Put it in park, shut it off, get out of your rig." And he goes, "I'm on my way home. I said, I know where the fuck you live. Just shut up and get out of your rig." And because I had told the wife on the way out the door, I said, "You get the cops down here now. Call them right away. Get them down here." So the squad shows up, and this guy says to the cop, "She pulled in right out in front of me. No signal, nothing. Just pulled out in front of me. I didn't have a choice. I ended up T-boning her." And I said, "Look at this, officer. We got about 8 inches of snow on the ground. 2 perfect tracks from his truck, down in the ditch, across my fucking yard, and right into the side of my van. And I said, it's her fault? He couldn't avoid her? And that cop's laughing, and he looks at the guy and he says, that is one of the lamest statements I've ever heard from somebody caught red-handed, bud. He says, I need your license and your proof of insurance. Well, that's not my truck. Well, whose truck is it? Well, it's my employer's truck. And I said, I know his employer, and I told her it was a fish company that we had out there. I said, I know his employer, and I guarantee you the truck's insured. And he says, well, I'm not giving you nothing until I talk to my boss. And that cop goes, you're going to give me whatever the hell I want. That your boss isn't here. He's not involved. Well, it's his truck. And the cop says, that's between you and him. That ain't between us. He says, I want the insurance. It's got to be on board or else you're getting charged for not having proof of insurance. So he's digging through the glove box. He finds it. Cop says, good. He says, now your license. Well, my license is down at the house. I didn't grab my wallet. And the cop says, where's your house? And I told him, I said, he's less than a block away on the right-hand side. I told him what house number it was. Cop says, okay, we're going to keep the truck right where it sits. You're going to walk down to your house, get your license, and come straight back here. You don't talk to people down there. You just go in, get your license, and get your ass back here. And he starts walking away, and I yelled at the guy, did you leave your license in your wallet? He says, yeah. And I said, officer, look at his back pocket. His back pocket's all bulged out in the shape of a wallet. Yeah. That cop goes, whoa, get back here. Take your wallet out of your pocket. And he does, and he says, oh, it's a different wallet. And the cop said, well, we'll take whatever's in that wallet and look at it. He opened it. There's his license. Pulls it out, hands it to the cop. Cop looks at it, and he goes, your fucking license is more than a year expired. That guy insisted it was my daughter's fault, not his. Well, then the insurance company's gotten a spat. All of a sudden, they decide they're going to settle and total the van. I said, oh, that's cool. For what I paid for that van, Yeah, I want it covered.
Right.
My insurance company ended up picking up 20% of it because the other insurance company, under Wisconsin state law, it doesn't matter that he drove all the way through my yard and hit my van. I'm 20% responsible because he would have never hit my van if I hadn't put it there in the first place. I tried to fight it on a civil suit, and I lost because it's right in the state law that any accident, you are automatically 20% responsible for it. So if you're not at all involved, you're still liable for 20%. They'll only pay 80%. Oh, I was pissed off, bent out of shape.
I think the problem I'm having is the truck that hit me head on was stolen. And I think the insurance of the owner of the truck, they're trying to sue them because it was their truck, even though they had no control over the truck being, and it's just a big. So then they were like, well, they wanted to give me $8,000. I said, it was almost a $40,000 truck. You want to give me $8,000? It was a 2018. I was like, that ain't gonna fly.
No.
So so this has been in litigation for almost 2 years now. But I mean, it's it was a police chase. They were on the wrong side of the freeway. They hit 3 police cars. They hit 4 other cars on the freeway, just like sideswiped them. I was in the left lane, the fast lane, and I had a car in front of me, a truck in front of me, and then me, so I couldn't see past the truck in front of me.
Right.
If it was a car, I would have seen it. So that truck, like right
veered out of the way.
The last minute he veered, and I couldn't go anywhere. So, I had enough time to do this because I didn't want that fucking airbag to hit me. and it hit me so hard. My fucking radio in my dash went flying over my head because I had the crew cab. I had a seat in the back. My thing was back there. So, but
Jesus.
and then when I looked up, the guy that was driving the other truck, he was laying on what was left of my hood. He died. He ended up dying. And there was 3 people in that truck. 3 people in that truck. So,
wow.
And he said he was doing, when he hit me, he was doing 85. And the cop told me that they were up to speeds of 110. Just down
That's insane. Yeah, that is insane.
I mean, unfortunately, the guy lost his life, which, you know what? Fuck you. Too bad. I don't care. And, the other 2 went to jail. But, I'm stuck with all the bullshit.
Right. Hey, Killer Creations, good to see you.
Yeah. But
that's insane. You're lucky you were able to.
Yeah. I mean, I got thrown around a little bit in this. Like, I ended up on the driver's or passenger side. It bounced me around, but I knew that the airbag was going to hurt. And I said, nope.
Yeah.
Nope, I didn't do it. Still had my seatbelt. And, it's funny because, I never had time to hit the brake. So, when you hit the brake, your seatbelt will lock.
Yeah.
So I never had time. So that seatbelt came with me. If that seatbelt
was
locked, I probably would have been in some deep shit.
Yep. Oh, you would have at least gotten pounded by the airbag.
Because I was doing 65 and he was doing 85.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, it was a hard, loud, and sudden stop. That was it.
Oh,
But you know what the weird thing was is like when that hit, you hear the crash and you feel all that, and you don't hear anything else. You don't hear sirens. I didn't hear any of that. It's like everything was, and even after it all settled down, it still took a while for me to hear, the commotion. Right. And then the cops are over there, and they're, they got their guns on the truck. So the one guy's on the passenger side where I'm at, one of the cops. He's pointing his gun at me. I was like, really?
What the hell? How did I end up in this mess?
But then I thought about it because the idiot that got ejected was sitting like where the passenger side was. He was like hunched over the hood, so he was almost kind of like looking at me through the windshield, Yeah. So they just had a gun on him, but he was already gone. He was killed instantly. But yeah, it's just like I looked up and I see the freaking guy looking this way and a gun this way. I was like, well, where do I go from here?
Yeah. It's one of those.
I just laid my head back down and just let them. When they come and open the door, which they couldn't open anyway, they had to get the damn thing to cut the door open.
Yeah, jaws of life. Scissor it open.
I should have been killed.
Oh yeah. Looking at that wreck, you're.
I can't die. There's no. It's been proven.
That's.
I'm gonna live.
That's the way my life. That's the way my life has been too. Is there's been so many times where I was literally at that stage where I said, "Yep, I just kissed it."
Yep.
And
many times.
Nope. I've got friends that went through the same heart surgery I did, and then some, and they went through it a couple years before I had it happen, and they're still not fully recovered. And I watch them, and they can't work, they can't lift, they're just so weak. And I went back to full-time work 8 weeks. Well, I wasn't supposed to for 8 weeks, but it was actually 6 weeks after I left the hospital. I went back to full-time work. And everybody's going, no, slow down, man. You got to slow down. And I go, but I feel good. I don't get it. I don't know why I feel so fucking good, because I was certain I was dying just 6 weeks ago. I knew I was dying. I told my kids all goodbye when they're going to run me into surgery. I said, they're going to try, but I don't think you're going to see me tomorrow. I ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Came back actually like $1 million. I mean, why? Some of that shit is ridiculous. Well, it's like falling down that fucking hillside, ready to go right off the fucking cliff.
Yeah,
why was that one tree there? I should have died that day. Yeah.
So I was 22 and I was working on a car out in the street like a dumbass. and I was on the street side, bending over. Well, the girl down the street coming down the street, not watching, playing with the radio. This is before anybody really had cell phones. Well, she clipped me, and they had to literally pull me from under the car, her car. She broke her leg, and they're like, "How did you live through that?"
Because you was supposed to, I guess.
But yeah,
I did.
Holy shit!
Because you're so ornery.
Hey,
I did that.
Spaghetti bread.
I
put
a 65 Buick Electra in the ditch, at really deep, steep ditch, and I'm going down the ditch sideways. Oh, Granny!
Yeah, stay down there.
Stop it! But I'm going down that damn ditch, and all of a sudden I see a driveway. Well, driveways don't go down the ditch and up; they go across the ditch, and it's got a big ass steel culvert in it. And I thought, and I can't stop this 65 Buick. That some bitch is heavy, and I hit the brakes. I'm just sliding it. Just didn't even slow me down. But that wet sod hit that fucking culvert, and that car, it didn't go. You know how most cars will go end over end, from hood to trunk, hood to trunk, hood. This son of a bitch was on its side going end for end.
Oh, God.
On the third flip, I flew out the fucking driver's door. A goddamn driver's door whipped open. Old 65 Buick, not wearing a seatbelt. Thing! Next thing I know, I look up and I see that car flipping over me. And that fucker landed on its roof, and it pancaked that fucking car. I got up out of that fucking ditch, and all I had was a sprained ankle, and my left wrist was busted. And I walked down to the car, and I'm looking. You can't even see the door sills at the bottom of the windows because it's totally pancaked. When they flipped that fucking car over and they looked, the driver's seat was laying down flat. It took the back of the seat and laid it down flat on the back seat. They said, yeah, you would have been busted all the pieces in that. It would have killed you. And I'm like, no, that's okay. I just flew instead. And I walked away going, how the hell did I get away with that shit? Buddy of mine, 64 Chevy, kind of the same thing, except it was an irrigation wall. Had irrigation pipes running through, concrete wall down in the ditch. We went down 64 Chevy Impala, and he hit that son of a bitch head on. That's when I found out what my first broken nose felt like. The damn dashboards on those cars were made out of steel back then.
Mm-hmm.
Wham! Face first on that dash. I opened the door, got out, and I'm wandering around and go, holy fuck, blood all over me. And I knew it. My whole face was numb, didn't hurt. It was just numb. And then we couldn't find a third guy in the car. I thought he fell out as soon as we hit. He's probably under the car. And then we heard some moaning, and no, the back seat came out of its clamps, and it flipped upside down, and he was on the floor with the back seat over the top of him.
Oh my God.
And we're looking all over outside the car for this guy, and here he's still in the car. And the driver, yeah, he was screwed up pretty much the rest of his life. Shattered his sternum, broke 5 ribs, steering column got him. He hit the steering column, and it bent the steering column vertical. It's sitting at about a 45-degree angle, and it was bent up, facing straight up to the roof. And that steering wheel was folded down. None of us should have walked away from that. So that's the way, I have my whole family saying, oh, geez, other than your one sister, everybody in the family died by the time they were 61, 62, and you're out living everybody, but you're the guy that's always getting killed. I don't look a gift horse in the mouth, man. I just, okay, okay, whatever. This, I don't know. That's why I say I plan on living 135 years, and if I don't make it, oh well.
Oh well.
Because I could have died at 25, easy. So, yeah, if I make it to 135, wow. Nobody wants to put up with me that long anyway,
Nobody wants to put up with you now.
That's what I mean. They're all saying it's been long enough, you old fart.
Right.
Well, hey guys, we hit the 3-hour mark. This old boy thinks he's going to wrap it up. Tomorrow night, we have Sty. No, I haven't yet. But I can take them right now. Oh, I gotta move all this candy wrappers off of my pills. That's not good.
Do you remember? You remember the race I told you I was involved in when we first started? Oh, I lost.
You did?
Yeah, she hit 2,000 before me.
Really?
Did.
What? I didn't do nothing.
But
totally out of her control, and you call her a bitch.
I did.
I mean, yeah, you did. We heard it.
Woo, woo, woo.
So you hit the big 200, eh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, all I had to do was have my house had to burn down.
God damn it! What? That is the hardest way to get subs.
I'm burning my house down tonight. I'm gonna get a 2K tomorrow. Fuck.
No,
I tell you, I
know why. We all know why. We know what did it.
If I burned my house down, they'd hit me with hazmat tickets and everything else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd be nailed. Note to self.
Neighbor girl says, note to self, don't ride with Sty. No, I don't drive like that anymore. No, I haven't had car wrecks in, oh God, it's been forever. It's been a long time. 30 years. Probably 30, close to 30
Everybody
years.
keeps saying they don't know how I'm being so strong, but what other
Yeah.
choice you got?
Granny.
You can't. It's that old saying that I used to go back on with my girlfriend. Well, my nan says, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what
Yeah.
I can do and do the best I can do, and we'll see where it goes.
And that's it. That, and you're good at it, Granny. Just play the hand that's dealt to you and still try to win,
Yep. I'm
And-
pinning pitching like crazy. Yeah, I could go stay in a motel room or something, but Jesus God, you know how much that is a night?
Yeah.
And then I'd be in there, and you know what? I'd be wanting to get up and go. I couldn't stand it. It's like being like an animal in a cage.
See, that would be me too, as if I was in a situation where I didn't have anywhere really to go, and I decided, well, I'll get a motel room or something. I
Yep.
would never be in the motel room except to sleep a couple hours. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to sit there. No.
That's me. I couldn't sit there. It would drive me
No.
crazy just to sit there.
Yeah.
I'm actually
you.
surprised she's doing as good as she is, because I figured this was just going to be a big clusterfuck.
Yeah.
So I give you credit, Granny. I give you credit.
Yes,
Hey,
absolutely.
I didn't think you'd be as strong as you are, which
I gotta have the strength. I gotta get my husband.
I know.
You
But
know what?
Yep.
I think
You
that's the only thing that's keeping you going is because you have the girls and your husband. So if it was just you, it would be a whole different situation.
If it was just me, I'd be in my van and gone.
Yeah.
Well, don't come this way, goddammit.
Show up on his front step. Yeah.
I'll come see anybody I want to see if it comes down to that. I can drive by and tell everybody hi.
That's right.
Jesus Christ, act like I'm gonna come up there and try to molest you or something. What the hell's wrong with you?
That's it. Yeah. Right. I come to visit you and you're going to kick me out? Kiss my ass. Get out of the way. Get out of the doorway.
Yeah.
I'm coming in.
You got any spaghetti?
Yeah.
I'll put some Chef Boyardee on the porch for you.
There you go.
Oh,
Wait.
a can of
Pick it
Chef
up on your way out.
Boyardee raviolios.
Pick it up on your way out.
But I know something's got to happen somewhere.
Well, once you get your insurance stuff and your money start going in, you'll have more flexibility to do what you
your
gotta
options.
do. Yeah.
Then you'll have all those options to start picking from. And
I want this lot. I want this lot back. This is my husband's home.
What has to happen and happen quick is that house has to go away so you don't have to sit there and look at it.
Right.
Because the more you sit there and look at it,
get what you want out of there, and the sooner it's demoed, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a house.
Yeah, but it's a lot of memories gone there. But like I said, you're sitting there looking at a pile of rubble every day.
Yeah,
right.
I can make memories anywhere. I can make memories sitting right here looking at this house.
I know. Like I said, you're sitting there looking at that, and it's not
bothering me.
It's bothering you.
No, it's just when
I don't care
people
what
do.
you say, it's bothering you.
No, it's when people do what they do.
Well,
That bothers me.
Yeah, for good reason.
Right.
Mhm.
It bothers me too. Damn it.
Yeah, when she told me that, I was a little pissed off. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Good night, Galani.
The minute she said it, I'm like, God damn, I wish I was camped down there. Son of a bitch.
No, I should have stayed last night. I knew I should have known better. My own fault.
But who knows which night they would have done that shit,
That's all right. They didn't get my grandma's silverware, and they didn't get his mommy's china.
Awesome.
So that's cool.
They were just waiting for an open door. That's all they were waiting
That's
for.
it.
They were probably been watching to see where that Jeep's sitting.
Yep.
Yeah.
They probably was going to come back tonight. The way they had things sat. They had their own little bags in there.
Yeah. It's 11 o'clock already there.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's nice you to supply them with bags anyway. You just did that.
Shit.
It's hard to run with when your pockets are full.
I'm going to take that little bag of theirs. There's 3 of them. I'm going to fill a plumb full of all kinds of crazy shit.
No, you know what you do?
I'm going to hang it out here.
Oh. I just say take a crap in them.
Go around, fill them up with dog shit.
Yeah.
Have them all set out ready for them to take.
That spaghetti will come out by morning.
And and you keep an eye on, and once they pick those bags up, you yell out, "The cops are coming!" And then they run off with their bags of shit, and they get somewhere in the dark and reach in there.
But I mean, you see how fast I got over it. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's just the point of it, though.
It's just at the moment, it's like really pisses you off, really makes you feel bad and stuff. But
that's it. Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. So let's wrap her up, guys. And Granny, I hope you have a good night. I hope you can get some rest tonight. Mike, I don't give a shit, but thank you for wearing the shirt backwards tonight. That was cool. I don't give a shit if you sleep or not, but it's your own damn fault you work too hard.
Oh, I got another 11, 12, 1, 2. I got another 4 hours before I go to bed.
Yeah, you're goofy. Yeah, we're not going there. How goofy you can be.
I still got to get my Pornhub shift in,
That's yeah. That's right. So you can wind down for the evening. Yeah.
Ready.
There goes the zombie.
What's that?
I said there went a zombie past me just now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You gonna get him? Get him, Granny.
I think I scared the shit out of him when I started up my Jeep. He's on a bicycle.
That's when you turn the headlights on, but only for about 30 seconds and shut them off.
Mhm.
And then you shut the Jeep off and they're going, fuck. They didn't start it. They didn't start it to leave.
Well, you want to really mess them up, duck down in the seat and start and turn the lights on so they don't see you sitting in the truck. See an empty truck starting? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell, the way I got my steering wheel set, and I could duck down a little bit, and I could see through the steering wheel, and I could drive up there, and it would look like the van had nobody in it.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
And talk about one of them zombies out.
Well, good night.
Hey, everybody's out there saying good night, and Granny, hang in there. And hey, guys, as a typical Sunday night, we're gonna dance our way out of here.
Thank you to everybody that's helping. We appreciate it.
Gosh, thank you so very much.
And it's not over, guys. No. All the way through till next Thursday night, we're going to keep reminding you guys that we want to see Granny's getting some help here. And then we'll see where it's at. We might just keep this thing going. So hang on there, guys. We want to see Granny get that help. Share it out. Share that GoFundMe out to everybody you can. And we'll all see you tomorrow night at Sty Times, I hope, at 5 p.m. Central Time. Good night.